Hello, hello, hello. Welcome out there in Downsized land. I guess we're in Downsized land.
Yeah, YouTube land.
YouTube land. We are the Downsized. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't been here before, we're the channel where we talk about all things GLP-1 related. And if you have been here before, then you know us. So welcome back. I'm Laraine Durham. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Christopher Durham.
And we're the Downsized. So this is our weekly live show where you can type your questions in the chat and we'll attempt to answer them. And keep in mind, we're not doctors. We don't even play ones on TV. So we're just husband and wife in the neighborhood who have lost 50 pounds on compounded Tirzepatide and
94 pounds on Tirzepatide, Zepbound, and Mounjaro.
Excellente. So what else we need to tell them?
Oh, all the above. Like and subscribe, please. See, there's 58 people out there and 11 likes.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. We usually have a club downsized time before our regular time, but we didn't today, and I'm sorry if that caused some confusion. We decided to split them apart the days, because otherwise we're like sitting here for a really long time
for 3 hours,
and it got to be a lot. So if you're a member of Club Downsized, that live chat, especially for Club Downsized members, will be on Thursday, tomorrow. At what time?
6 o'clock.
Oh, at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
6. Oh, because that's what time we usually have the club. Okay, so if you're new here, you're probably going, Laraine, what the heck is Club Downsized? Well, see all these people? They're all members of Club Downsized, and you can be a member too. You can, not right now, but maybe later, click that join button, and you can see how you can support us further by becoming a member of Club Downsized. All of our content is free, but if you just like to support us further, we're trying to make this our full-time gig. So you can get some cool emojis. What do you call them? Emojis. Badges
yeah.
For your name. You can see in the comments the people who have the little round things next to their name are members. There's different membership levels, so you guys can check it all out. Thank you to our Club Downsized members. We appreciate you.
While we're here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Eeh. All right. So when was that picture? When was that before picture taken?
You are better with dates than I am, darling.
It is about a year ago, I think. Was it a year? No. 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
So we started our journey with Tirzepatide, compounded Tirzepatide, on September 29th of 2023. So now I think we're in like week 65 or 66 of our extravaganza.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's our before picture, one of our before pictures. And I was about, I don't know, probably around 200 pounds in that picture, maybe somewhere between 190 and 200. I'm 5'4 1/4. I'm 55 years old. I have 3 grown children. And Mr. Durham is
56 years old.
He's much older than me, as y'all know. And what was your starting weight, Christopher? You want to tell him?
286.4, I think it was.
Yeah. So
I was probably 300 in that picture, or close to it.
Close to it,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. So he's lost 94 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that sound like a lot? And it's been pretty. I mean, would you say pretty painless?
Yeah, I haven't had any significant side effects to speak of.
The occasional run to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have diarrhea, but I had diarrhea before. That's honestly, this is
slowed you down a little bit. Yeah.
Wasn't that big a deal, and there's been some stalls along the way that were, but not very long, couple of weeks. It's been slow, it's been fast, but nothing painful.
Right. So. Yeah, it's been good. And so I've lost a little over 50 pounds in this time period. Well, actually, I lost 50 pounds I used to know the number of weeks.
Oh, it was 26 weeks.
26 weeks?
I thought that's what it was.
30. I lost 1.58 pounds a week. So somebody divide 50 by 1.58.
Where's your magic chart? You're always talking about your spreadsheet.
I didn't bring my spreadsheet up. I forgot about it today. JoJo is here. You can't see JoJo, but she's right off camera. Maybe we can get her to come over here, JoJo. JoJo. She's looking at me like,
let's see. Let's see who's on here today. First on Sin, who has a new member. Hello.
Thanks for joining.
Sin has a kitty.
Oh, it's kitty.
There's two kitties.
One looks like a JoJo kitty.
Yep.
One looks like a tabby kitty, like our JoJo. Then from within says, hello, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. It's Mindy. Hey, Mindy. Nice to see you. Mindy's also a member of Club Downsized. And we got
Sin says hello, everybody.
Sin, hi.
Johnny.
So excited for this video today. Well, thank you, Johnny, or Joni, as the case may be.
Mark Clem, who's also a member, says hello, everyone.
Downsized water.
That's the icon. If you look up there, you can see. Well, I'd have to scroll up. It shows the icon.
Charlotte Hughes says hello, Charlotte. Difficult Nerd. Hello. Good morning in Australia. Good day, Difficult Nerd James. We did a couple interviews with James, actually. You can check those out as part of our Downsized Dish series. So we always like to see people that we've interviewed. If you'd like to come on the Downsized Dish and record a video with me about your journey, send me an email, Laraine@thedownsized.org. We've got a bunch of good ones
scheduled right now. So super cool. Let's see who else we have going on here. If you've got questions, we're getting a lot of comments. So make sure you start it with question or Q, so I make sure I see it.
Yeah,
I'm very cold. Make sure, but otherwise we'll just talk to everybody.
It was 27 degrees this morning when I went to the gym, and it was cold. Oh, thanks, James. Laraine, your new hairdo is awesome. Thank you. I got my hair done yesterday. So if you watched our live yesterday, it was like the lady did it and everything. And so today I went to the gym and I washed my hair, and then I tried to do it like she did it. And I think I made it floofier.
That's your natural tendency. Your 80s tendency.
I had the straight, this was no curling iron. This is just straight iron. And anyway, y'all don't care about that. But anyway, Taryn says hello. Hello. That's a cute smiley face logo. I like that. Oh, so blue. Hello. Oh, so blue. Wait, is that the lady I talked to in Target today? So I was in Target today because I had to buy some Fairlife protein shakes because we did a protein shake review, which we'll post.
I don't know, next week or so.
Stay tuned. Click like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And I was wandering around that aisle that has all like the protein bars and the Quest bars and stuff. And I see this lady and she's scanning the barcode of each of the products. And I said, "Are you scanning the Weight Watchers points and all of those?" She goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I've done that a few times myself." She goes, "Yeah, I don't know which one of these Quest bars are good." She said, "Which one?" I said, "Well, I think I've tried them, almost all of them." She goes, "Which one do you like?" I said, "Well, I like that cookie dough one. I think it's 4 points." And she scanned it. She goes, "Yeah, it's 4 points. How'd you know that?" I'm like, I'm not making this up. So anyway, of course, I got to talking to her, and she is interested she's trying to lose weight. She had lost a good deal of weight and kept it off for a long time. And now as she's gotten older, it's crept back up. And I told her, I said, "Well, I've lost 50 pounds on GLP-1s. And she was like, she was like curious. So I gave her our YouTube information and I said, "Check us out. We have some videos." So I'm just, I'm making friends as I go through the world.
Yeah. All right, Michael Clanton Lily, to release more vials in future and lower costs. Yeah, so Michael's correct. Unfortunately, that's about all they're saying. But basically, Rick's, the CEO of Eli Lilly, has been out doing the interview circuit after they did one of the big analyst meetings in New York City. I won't get the company right, but one of the big meetings, and their numbers didn't come in as expected. So they're trying to explain it off. In one of the conversations that he had, and Rick's has been on Kramer, he's been on Bloomberg, he's been on MSNBC, he's been doing the round answering all the same questions. And I think I've said this before, but sooner or later they'd release all the vials. Sooner or later they'll lower the price. And he basically said that was coming. He also talked about orforglipron coming in 2026 being the pill. And on Bloomberg, they specifically asked him about pricing for all of that, and he kind of backed away. Kitty's biting you. He kind of backed away and didn't answer it. We're probably going to do a reaction video to the Bloomberg interview schedule, and we'll get it up here in the next day or two because it was some good information. He definitely talked about their goal would be with the pill version of a GLP-1 to get it to the masses and price it appropriately. So theoretically, it would be cheaper. But we'll see. But stay tuned. So we're going to do a reaction video to probably the Bloomberg interview because I think it was some good information.
Downsizing Diva, hello. Happy Wednesday. Your hair looks great, Laraine. Thank you, Downsizing Diva. I just got it done yesterday. Mel Bethel, hi. Happy Hump Day. Busy week. Yes, busy. Mel signed up for an interview. We're talking to Mel tomorrow. So be like all the cool kids and send me an email and you can be on the Downsized dish too.
Yeah, so we have a couple of interviews tomorrow, actually. Who's the other interview? Do you remember?
Countess of Shopping.
There you go.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes.
She's had to reschedule a couple of times because of her business. So, but hopefully that'll
so I guess we'll probably have those on next week or.
We run them one a week, so probably.
I don't know.
I don't know what.
Well, let's get them interviewed first.
Yeah, and basically what happens is we'll interview you, and then it may be, depending on how many we have in the queue, it may be a few weeks before your interview gets up. Andriana says hello, hi.
Simply Taisha. Hey, Christopher and Laraine. Hey, everyone. Hey, Simply Taisha. We interviewed Simply Taisha, and she's also got a YouTube channel you should check out.
Yep.
And she has a great Instagram. She's a vegan, right? Vegan.
She is.
And she gives you good meal ideas.
And she and her husband are signed up for the Downsized Cruise.
Downsized Cruise? What's that?
Did you really do that? Downsized Cruise? What's that?
Tell me more about this Downsized Cruise, Christopher. That's Club Downsized.
Hold on, I'll get there.
I'm talking about the Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
So, if you've been following us, you've seen us record videos from cruise ships. We love to cruise. It's our favorite way to vacation. And people said, hey, we'd like to go on a cruise with y'all because it looks like so much fun. So we said, all right, let's see who will really go on a cruise with us. So we've got some rooms blocked out on the Celebrity Reflection, June 23rd through 27th of 2025. Leaves from Fort Lauderdale, goes to Bimini and Nassau in the Bahamas. Rates starting from $8.99 per person, double occupancy, restrictions apply, call to book. Or you can go to our, do we have a website? It's Downsized at Sea.
This is the downsized.org.
We'll go to our,
we only have one website.
Our main website is thedownsized.org, and you will see a button for Downsized Cruise, as Christopher is showing you now.
This is the web page here, yes.
Yeah, so we took that picture a couple weeks ago when we went on a cruise right after Christmas. Our children did not want to be photographed with us, so we said, well, pooey on you, we'll have our own photo shoot. And that's us. So so that should be super fun. So if you book and come on the cruise with us, what are they going to get, Christopher, for their?
Well, they get to meet you and do exercises with you and do line dancing with you, and I'll say hello.
We'll have meet and greets every day, and we'll have like when we get on board, we'll give you a
swag bag and some cool stuff.
We have some swag like this. I don't know exactly what the swag will be. We don't know exactly how many people are actually going to. I think right now, what do they have? 5 cabins booked?
I think 7 now. So there's 14 people registered right now.
7 cabins booked so far. So 14 people. Amazing. So yeah, I mean, we're really just kind of doing this for fun because we wanted to go on a cruise and so
but yeah, we'll probably broadcast a live stream one of these from the ship so you guys can participate in that. We'll do some panel discussions. Simply Taisha and I are talking about maybe there might be some other content creators on. We may do a panel with some other content creators if they're coming, so we'll work it out, but lots of good stuff. And then we'll, do some of the nitty gritty of kind of, how do you navigate a cruise ship? How do you survive on a GLP-1 here? And,
we'll take our shots with us. Y'all can take your shots with you or not. We're going to take our little travel scale, which I'm not sure I like that idea of a travel scale or not. And so, yeah. And I mean, we don't claim to eat like a perfect diet or a near perfect diet. So we, it's not like we're going to be going through and saying, oh, we're only eating protein and vegetables. No, because, when you're on vacation.
I think there's some general guidance you can do, and then you have to do you. And sometimes you just.
So y'all don't be looking at what I'm eating.
No, we will set the rules, and everybody has.
And we'll all eat together at dinner. Like we have a group. We'll have a group dinner every night that you can join or not. As
Let's see who else. Let's see. Mel Bethel. What did we say? A lot of Mel already?
Yes, we did.
Naturalista says hello.
Hello.
Stella. Cecil McCucumber, which is my favorite name. I actually met Cecil on a Zoom or on a call the other day because Cecil is with a company, and I won't get the name of your business correct, but they do work around obesity and cancer, and obviously there's a lot of GLP-1 impacts on this. So him and his partner are gonna do some content for us, and they're like super scientists, ex pharmaceutical guys who really know what they're talking about, not us, not doctor people.
Oh, let's tell them about the Nate that we talked to today.
You can, sure.
I don't remember his qualifications. We
had a gentleman reach out who is in product development and is starting a new company, or he started a company, and they're working on a product that is designed to help people who do injections a lot. So if you ever have a problem with your injection site, you get a rash, you get bumps, there's other problems that happen to it. And I know some of you have diabetes that may have to take shots more often, or there's other complications. So they're looking to launch a product that's not developed yet, or it's in development. And they were just kind of picking our brain saying, hey, what do you think? And it was interesting. And his partner is the ex-head of product development for Eli Lilly. So lots of smart people there.
Yeah.
So we may, offer you guys the opportunity to loop in and test some of this stuff and kind of give feedback, because anything we can do to bring these communities together and, build better stuff for everybody is a good idea.
Help people. So his main question to us was, do people often report the side effect of being itchy at the injection site, overall itchiness? And I've heard people here and there say, oh yeah, I get itchy, or, whatever. So if you have been itchy, would you drop a comment in the chat,
yeah, so it's all that kind of helping with those things.
I was like, I think it's probably a lesser side effect. Like I do see people ask the question, especially in some Facebook groups. But I haven't personally experienced that. Christopher hasn't personally experienced that. I don't know anyone personally that has had that experience. And he's developing maybe a patch. Ow, Jojo, ow. She just bit me.
She did just bite you.
She doesn't like it when I gesture with my hands. That could help this itchiness situation.
So and it could be other things. It could be the rash. It could be other things. And I mean, I think the only in the last year and whatever, couple of times I've had the injection site be painful for a day or two, but that's about all.
More than a few minutes? It was a day or two?
Yeah.
On the stomach or on your arm when you do the arm?
Well, the arm, I just didn't like
You
it.
didn't
Hurt.
like it all.
I just didn't like that at all. I won't
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah.
Here you go, Laraine.
You guys seen Wicked? Whoosh, 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 whoosh. No, it does kind of look like that 70s hairdo, like when I first got my hair cut as a kid, and they like feathered back.
I think it's got more of a like Cheryl Ladd kind of deal, but Charlie's Angels. I get it.
I don't know how it got poofier using the straight iron, but
I think that's just your natural inclination. You're 80s teenage girl, and you went Aquanet.
I don't even have any Aquanet. I do have a hairspray called Big. Is it Big Sexy Hairspray? It's in that big red can. I got it on clearance at CVS. It was in the Christmas section, 75% off. I'm a bargain shopper, y'all. All my money goes toward medicine.
Downsizing Diva says, "Hey Mel, Taisha, and Mindy. Hello, Downsizing Diva. Gail Kennedy, looks like snow outside your window. Love listening to your podcast while I'm out doing my hour walk." Well, Gail, this is a green screen, so I can make it something else. A lot of times what you see is our real house. So if you see
it's in the kitchen,
but if it's one of these studio shots, that's a green screen. And we have a bonus room in our suburban house that
Christopher made into a
for our
studio.
Real world business. We do events and things, so I have more equipment than anybody should ever.
But we did get some snow here last week, like a dusting. Everything shut down for a day.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Let's see.
It's still cold. It's still bitterly cold today.
Emily, call us. Read that one.
Wow. Hello from Buenos Aires. Brought 2 months SEMA shots with me, plus 1 month on my first Tirzepatide vial for a 3-month trip. Scared to switch. Oh, wow. Okay. So you brought 2 months of Semaglutide with you, plus 1. So you're here. Ow, Jojo.
Come here, kitty. What are you being vicious for, kitty?
She's like, rare. Sorry, my cat attacked. So I guess you haven't traveled yet. You're going to switch in the middle of traveling?
They're in Buenos Aires, babe. That's where she's at. She says, I'm in. Hello from Buenos Aires.
3-month trip.
Yeah, on a 3-month trip, yes.
She went from U.S. to Buenos Aires?
And
or from Buenos Aires? Oh, she went from here to...
I don't know what you're doing, babe.
The cat
this does not compute. She is currently, I believe, in Buenos Aires for 3 months.
Why don't you take this question?
2 months of Semaglutide shots and 1 month of Tirzepatide shots, and she's scared to switch. And what I would say is most people report less side effects on
when you go to
Tirzepatide.
Yeah,
and faster weight loss. Yeah. And the research backs that up. So,
I mean, I guess you've already decided to switch in the middle of your trip. So, I mean, just keep taking your shots. I think you'll be fine. I don't know, hopefully your doctor has counseled you on the dosage as you go from Semaglutide to
follow
Tirzepatide.
Your prescriber's instructions.
Follow what they said, and it should be fine. Usually people get nauseous on Semaglutide and less so on Tirzepatide.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey, Chris, I love the hat. I tried to cover my head today. It's freezing cold in Ohio. I don't look good in hats. Christopher looks pretty good in hats. His head has actually
shrunk
with his weight loss, right?
Yep.
Because he has, the man probably has 100 hats around
I
the
do,
house.
and probably half of them I can't wear because
they're too big. Yeah, because a lot of times he'd get hats and they would just kind of sit on the top of his head.
It's true.
But now they all fit, and some of them are too big. Isn't that weird?
But you can get this hat on the Downsized swag store if you'd like some Downsized swag. If you go underneath, there's a store on YouTube that you can click to, or you can go to our website and get it.
Yep.
So it's all fulfilled by Spring, which is YouTube's
one of YouTube's
partners. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here.
LC at Brooklyn. Hello, Durham. Hello, LC. How are you? Oh, Cheryl Newell says, hi there. Lost 2 more pounds this last week for a total of 37. Yay, Mochi. Yay, Cheryl. That's not Mochi. That's you, girl. So good job. Yeah, just keep taking the shot, and those pounds just keep adding up. Like, And remember when we were like in the middle of our weight loss and we would get so scared that it was just going to go away, that it was going to stop working? I was remembering that the other day. Like I almost got into like a panic, like somewhere around 35, 40 pounds. Like this is like working too good. And what if it stops working? And, you just kind of like freak out a little bit. So I don't know. Do you guys ever have that feeling? I don't have it so much now that I've kind of, lost the 50 and maintained it for about 5 or 6 months. But that was a really strong feeling I had, like in the middle. Mama G says, I'm excited for tonight's live. Welcome, Mama G. Since I got my first Mochi order today, everything was perfect. Received in 9 days. Fantastic. Fantastic. When are you going to take your shots then? Did you take your shot already? Or is it waiting in the fridge? Hello, Durham. It's very cold here in NYC. I bet. January, I used to travel to New York every month for work, and that January trip, brr,
Beto says hello.
Bitter cold. Ray Cobb. Hey, y'all.
Cecil says, what's your take on the court decision yesterday? Well, we went live yesterday evening to talk about it. My take is not much. I mean, it was much to do about nothing, honestly. I mean, the court basically came back, and I think both sides were hoping for a summary judgment very quickly in their favor, and neither one of them got it. So basically they came back, and if you go back and watch the video, I walk through the timelines that are there and rolled out a set of timelines that are pretty flexible. It was like 2 weeks to do this first report, 3 weeks to respond to that report. So it lays out a timeline that could go out 3, maybe 4 months, depending on how quickly they respond. The assumption is that where Eli Lilly's playing, they'll go as quickly as they can because they want this to be over. And where the OFA is playing, or the Outsourcing Facilities Association, they'll go as slowly as they can because they want to drag it out. But it didn't actually move the FDA enforcement dates that had been published before, so February, March. So we'll see. I mean, there wasn't much said, right? I mean, the judge did tell the parties to do some essentially arbitration, but not really arbitration, and decide, come to an agreement on what of the proprietary information could be shared, because obviously the OFA wants to know everything and how the FDA made the decision, and Eli Lilly says, wait a minute, that's all proprietary. We don't want to share all of that. If I were Eli Lilly, I would say the same thing. I'm not sure what they think the OFA is going to do with the information anyway. Eli Lilly's making a whole bunch. Does the specific number matter? Not unless they're significantly under performing. And if you looked at the JP Morgan and the reports, and the stocks were down, and they were like, we didn't sell enough. There's reason to believe. And actually, Cancer Obesity Connection, this is actually Cecil's website. And so they go together.
JP Morgan conference.
Right. So JP Morgan conference in San Francisco. I misspoke. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah. So if you're on a compounded medication like I am, compounded Tirzepatide, you can still get it. Mochi just offered a 3-month order. You can order 3 months at a time now. I'm gonna just keep reordering it until I can't. And when I can't anymore, then we will go live and tell you exactly what our plans are. But at this point, I'm going to stay on compounded Tirzepatide.
Something's going to happen sooner or later. I mean, I would be speaking to your doctor and be planning ahead and doing whatever it is to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Compounding at this scale was never intended to be a permanent solution by the law. So at some point, something's going to have to.
I think it'll go on forever. No, I don't. But I really hope that it'll go on for at least the next couple of years until these next groups of medications come out.
I mean, if you believe Rick's and he can get orforglipron out by 2026.
I mean, 2026 doesn't sound so far away anymore, right?
I mean, it is possible one of the OFA strategies, or somebody else who files another lawsuit, is drag it out long enough that
just keep dragging it out, people. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Well, and I see people. Oh, let me read Mary Cobb's note. I'm excited. I went from a 2X to a large. Never dreamed I'd see that day. Good for you, Mary Cobb.
Let me give you some confetti. That's here. Let me get over here.
I mean, it's really amazing to see those clothing sizes get smaller and smaller, and it's almost to the point when it was happening to me when I would say these clothes must be mismarked. These sizes must not be correct, because I still look in the mirror and I see myself as a 14, 16. I went from a 14, 16 to a 4-6. Like, I've never been a 4-6, like never even as a child. Like, I just was never that small. So it's really weird, but it's fun. So you just have to go with the flow there. But yeah, good job. Mark Clem says, my wife and I signed up. We can't wait. This will be our first cruise. Woo, Mark Clem.
So
awesome.
Mark, I think you signed up for an interview, and I think it might be during a cruise. We might need to move your interview. But I think I need to look at that. But yeah,
Mark blocked out on our calendar.
Yeah, I think the second one wasn't.
Oh.
But Mark has signed up for an interview, and I know Mark's lost a considerable amount of weight.
Yeah, Mark, tell us how much you've lost real quick. I think it's over 100, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Mindy M says, Mark Clem, that is awesome. I'm going to call tomorrow because I'll be working from home, and my husband and I are going.
Yay.
Awesome. So that'll be eight cabins booked. Naturalista 20 says, I typically average losing 0.8 a week. It's very specific. So last week I focused on increasing my protein and switched my shot location to arm. Excellent. I lost 1.5 pounds, hoping to average a pound a week, but I'm a slow loser. You know what? You're an average loser. You're not a slow loser.
Nope.
That is anywhere from a half a pound to 2 pounds is the average weight loss. So, but good for you for increasing your protein, because that looks like that was helpful, and that definitely should have been helpful. And switching the shot location to the back of the arm. So tell them the shot locations, Christopher.
Back of the arm, within a few inches of the belly button around the stomach, and kind of move it around as you do them. And then the top of the thigh are the official Eli Lilly ones. There's some other ones floating around out there too, but
yeah. So people report when they move their shot location or do a different shot location, it can help break a stall. There's not really, I think there was one small study on this.
Lilly has one that had like 40 people in it that was did not show a significant change statistically, but it was a small study.
But people have said it helps. Upping your protein definitely helps. So good job.
Here's the thing, it doesn't cost you anything to try another location. So why not?
It doesn't cost you anything. And keep
I've
track.
tried all three.
Keep notes, keep track.
I personally didn't find any difference in the locations other than when I did my arm, it hurt, and I did not like it.
I've never done the back of my arm because I'm too scared. Yes, I have done 66 shots, most of which in my stomach. Naturalista 20 says going up to 10 milligram tomorrow, as my insurance only covers 1 month of 7.5. Yeah, we've heard some insurance companies, those 0.5 doses ending in 0.5, the insurance only covers 1 month of, which is weird, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Cherry Pie says, I've done 3 cruises since I've been on Zepbound, and it is perfect. I can still eat, but now I know when to stop eating. I know, right? Plus I go for more vegetables and fruits, plus lots of walking. Yeah. So, it's easy to walk around a cruise ship, right? See what's there, check it all out. Some of them have tracks you can walk around.
Yeah.
And everything's laid out there for you. So I don't have to chop everything up. Like he's going to say, you never chop anything up at home anyway. I do all the chopping.
You don't cook, Barry. You just show up at the table.
What is for dinner? What is for dinner today? I don't like to chop things.
Crump
133. Tina, the only way Eli Lilly can remotely keep up with any additional volume is with the Vial, since they aren't dependent on the pen, which is part of their shortage issue. So it's good depending on pricing. So Eli Lilly Direct, you can get their 2.5 milligram vial and their 5 milligram vial.
Yeah.
You can only get it from Eli Lilly direct, and I believe the 2.5 milligram vial is $349 for a month.
Something like that.
And I think the 5 milligram vial is over $500.
I think it's $549, but we could be corrected.
So, you know, I don't know how.
Well, so and we'll do like I
said,
Rick's has been out doing interviews. So if you want to search, there's 50 interviews that he's done where he's basically saying the same thing in the vast majority of them. But we'll do a reaction video and walk you guys through one of them. He talks about the vials. He talks about orforglipron. I mean, basically, it's pretty much what I've been saying. At some point, they're going to look at the 74% of America that is overweight or obese and say, we want the entire pie. Right now, the entire obesity market for all of these medications is in the neighborhood of 10, 15%. So there's a lot of growth potential. It will not happen at this pricing, but they have plenty of margin. There's plenty of margin there to play with. So at some point, they're going to say, hey, we can lower prices and pick up another 5, 10, 15, 20 points, which turns into trillions of dollars.
Trillions
of dollars. And you're right. The vials are so much simpler to produce, and they don't have to do it in-house. They can go out and they can outsource this, and there's vial manufacturing facilities all around the world that it could happen.
Never seen a vial. This is a vial of an empty vial of compounded Tirzepatide. And so with compounded, you use can you see it the best? Insulin syringe and the vial. And then if you're on the Zepbound, you get the pen.
I watched a pharmacist talking the other day from one of the major chains that he said at some point the holdup in supply would become refrigeration. And that if the need went so big, there was not enough refrigerated distribution or refrigerated storage to keep up with demand, because most drugsuggestores had
you have a little mini fridge.
Right?
They're going to need a full so much side by side.
Such that, this doesn't take as much space as
the box of.
Yeah.
Do you have the box?
I do.
Yeah. So boxes are bulky, right? So here's the box of Zepbound. This was a 10 milligram box. So when you get it, like they have the shots in the box. Oh, and here's a empty wipes. But yeah, we just stack these up in our fridge when we have them. We just stack them.
Yeah, he was saying if you are at your standard CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, wherever, there's only so much space for a box of these in the refrigerator, right? So a vial typically will come in something, this size.
Oh, there's our old.
I think this is an old Hallandale.
Hallandale.
Yeah. Or if, and we don't have them in the United States, you had a quick pen, the quick pen, which is this guy.
We don't have
it has multiple doses in it. The box is this big.
Oh,
so you think, the pen's locking everything up. It is absolutely, and it's going to take vials to get it out. It's honestly going to take pills as well. But you begin to run into other distribution problems. Yeah.
Well, the cold part is a big part, and I always wonder, how the cold really affects the medication. You're not supposed to have the medication above 80 degrees, and you're supposed to keep it in the refrigerator, and it's not supposed to be frozen. So, how, let's say you take it out and you leave it on the counter and you forget about it and you come back to it like the next day. I guess it's still good for the 30 days. Is that the current thinking? But I always wonder, what happens to the effectiveness of the medication the longer it is left out? If you left it out of the refrigerator for over 30 days, what exactly happens? Does it just become less effective? I don't really know.
Everything that I've seen the pharmacists talk about it is it loses efficacy. Let's see, we have 180 people on there. Hello, everybody. If you haven't said hello, if you have a question, please ask a question. We'll see if we can answer you. or maybe somebody in the chat knows more than we do. That happens all the time.
Did anybody say they had an itchy reaction?
I don't know. I haven't gotten to that yet. And then there's 67 likes. So if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. It tells YouTube to pay attention. So it's a good thing. Maurice, I think, says that. I think that was your question.
Okay.
Video data says,
I signed up for Mochi last night. I have my appointment scheduled for Friday morning with the doctor. I use your code, Laraine. Thank you. You're welcome. Cheaper than how I have been getting my medication so far. Cheaper is better. So I thank you for using my code. I have a code. They give everybody a code, but you can use my code and save $40 off your first order. And when you save $40, I save $40. And my code and the link are in the description of this video.
So I'm going to go back up here for a minute to cancer obesity connection. This gentleman and his partner are going to come on and do some interviews. We're trying to pick up some doctors and some pharmacists and people with a lot more education on all of this than we have. And so they'll talk about the cancer obesity connection as well. We'll introduce him, and he's actually on Tirzepatide, so it's very personal to him as well. And then he's been gracious enough to offer to probably on a monthly basis do deeper dives into some more topics that you guys might be interested in. So if there's more medical topics where you really want somebody who has the expertise in this to talk through them, shout out and let us know, because we will work with him and get some good content to develop. So we are excited about that. Let me get back down here. Here we are.
Andriana says, I have been itchy, mainly my back. It's been much better lately, but it still happens sometimes. Your back. That's interesting. Yeah. Thanks for the comment. We'll
and I mean, I've seen basically there's two different comments. I see one where it's kind of a body rash, itchy kind of thing, and one where it's an injection site thing, right? That's just really localized. A lot of people, and actually I think Mindy's saying this, will use a Benadryl cream.
In the last several months, I get a rash about the size of a $50 at my injection site. It's super itchy for a few days, and then it subsides. I use Benadryl cream. So, Mindy, would you purchase a product that was specifically for injection site rashes?
Or issues around it. Yeah.
Or would you just use Benadryl and say, oh, it does the same thing? Elsie at Brooklyn, yes, I get itchy at the injection site, not all the time, but on a few occasions I did. Interesting. And I wonder if you just hit like a certain spot, like you don't hit enough fat. You hit like how sometimes you just hit a spot and it hurts more than other spots. And I wonder why that is. These are questions we need to ask doctors.
Yeah.
My skin seems more sensitive, but it could be changes in my laundry soap, changes in seasons. Yeah, I think, James, you're in the summertime in Australia now, right? Nothing to write home about, but it's good to hear there's help coming for those who need it.
Well, James, I wonder, because I have periodically had...
He's very sensitive.
No. Oh. My skin has been very sensitive periodically, and I have read a bunch of stuff. I don't remember. There is a Latin term for it. I don't remember what the term is. Probably somebody on here can remind me of it, but it's just kind of like a little prickly. It doesn't hurt per se, but it's a noticeable sensation, and like I can feel my shirt brushing on my stomach or my chest, and it's noticeable, and it's a discomfort for sure.
Does that happen related to injections, or just occasionally you feel these things?
I think it's just a side effect, honestly,
of the medication.
I do.
All right.
I do. Yeah.
Right on. Contacted Ro today about receiving my Zepbound order at room temp, and my concern that the last vial I use will be useless because it will be outside the 21-day window. They said it will be fine. I guess they didn't want to replace it. So you received your Zepbound at room temperature, which is okay. And my concern is that how many vials did you get? How many months did you get? Maybe you got 2. I mean, you could push them to try to replace it.
I haven't read anything where this medication completely, it doesn't, it's not like milk. It doesn't go, sour or bad or something like that. And even the stuff that I've read around the research, I don't know that I've seen it go out very far. I don't know. Somebody smarter than me is going to have to answer that. But Ro has doctors there. I mean,
I've used
theoretically
a
should do it
vial
correctly.
past the bud dates, but it had been in the refrigerator. Did I think it was a little less effective? I don't know. Like, I was thinking it should maybe. I don't know if I lost weight on it. I still lost weight on those doses. I don't know. So I don't. What are you, Christopher's Googling something now? What are you Googling? Do we have another question?
Yeah, oh sure.
Cheryl Newell says, I use that hairspray too. I had my hair done today and asked about that hairspray. She said that's what she would use also. Yeah. So I used to do like super couponing at CVS, and I still like will shop with coupons and download the coupons from their app and like do the whole thing. And I was at Walgreens yesterday. I was in Walgreens and they had a bunch of makeup on clearance. And I usually, I'll buy like, eyeliner or mascara or something in the drugstore. So I was getting a bunch of different stuff and trying it out. I don't know. I love a bargain. I love a deal. The Magician 2025 says, today I took injection number 1.
You know what you get for that? You get some confetti.
Yep.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yay.
Good for you.
Well, a lot of people are scared to start, right? Because it's an injection, and maybe I'd never given myself a shot. Like I didn't even like flu shots. I don't like giving blood. I've had 3 kids. I don't want to take no shots. But so Christopher had to give me my first, 3, 4, 5 shots, and now I can do it fine. I don't enjoy it. It's not a fun process, but you see the weight loss, and it's fine. I can do it now, and to lose 50 pounds, yeah, sure.
Oh, let's see here. Crump133, thank you for being a member, says, what is the conference that JP Morgan is involved in? I work for JP Morgan and would like to get info on it. So it is, and I'll read you it is the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference, January 13th through the 16th. So it's going on right now. It's in California. And Rick's from Eli Lilly presented yesterday at 5:15 p.m. If you'd like to see a replay of his presentation, I think it's just an audio replay, but we can see. We're not going to watch it, my love.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to put it in the chat for them.
All right. Okay, fine. Then
go.
They might
come back. You can come back and watch it, but. Basically, it's JP Morgan looking at the healthcare industry team and going, how does this impact, their finance folks? So how does this impact what we do? Let's see here.
You said something from James. Well done, Magician. That's the hard part out of the way. Right. We used to say that the shot was like magic.
Yep.
Like it just does so many, it's like magic. VS006, I work for a small company. I'm considering getting a job at a larger company where the insurance will hopefully be better. The insurance card they sent even said no guarantee of coverage. Yeah, well, working for a larger company is what I meant. So a lot of insurance companies don't cover weight loss medications or obesity medications. But maybe you could get covered if you have type 2 diabetes or now sleep apnea or cardiac disease. They're putting a lot more. Zepbound just got approved for obstructive sleep apnea treatment. So they're trying to get it approved for more things.
I can assure you that the folks at Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk are working hard to get this covered by as many insurance companies as they can because they want to make the money.
Yeah.
But it's a slow trudge, and Medicare and Medicaid beginning to have the conversations. And I know a lot of you saw the video that I posted about all of that would open the door for a lot of insurance companies to follow. So this is about making change, and it's going to take a little while, and we have to advocate for ourselves.
Persephone 48. Since Laraine sparkles from the inside, any hair looks great on her. Oh, you're so sweet, Persephone. Thank you. But what about Christopher? Now that he's getting so buff, maybe a man bun? And arm tattoos? Yes. Christopher actually has a tattoo.
But the only way you'll see that is to go on the cruise.
Right.
Come on the cruise, you'll see the tattoo. You cannot tell them what it is.
You'd never guess it in 1,000 million years. Anyway, I have no tattoos. But let's talk about Man Bun for a minute. So, for those of you who are new, you may not know that Christopher is hair challenged on the top of his head.
Yeah,
has no hair on the top, but at the back, that hair back there is thick and it's curly. Like I tried to trim it for him one time and I messed it all up. And you wouldn't think you could mess up a guy's hair, but you can. And but you could grow that, like you could do like a ponytail. You could have like that Willie Nelson.
You'd go mullet.
Mullet. I was just thinking about people that get stuck in a rut with their hairstyle. Do you ever know those people? Like they still have their hairstyle from like, maybe I'm stuck in a rut with my hairstyle. Anna Hoover says, hello, everyone. Mullet, I guess, is what triggered. I used to work with a lady who technically had a mullet, and we always wondered why she kept it that way. Different strokes, I guess. Anna Hoover, hello. Linda Bookmiller, thanks for being a member. My Mochi order came today. Yay! Good news, it was fast. Bad news, only sent 1 month. I saw your comment on another post, Linda. Red Rock said they didn't ship 3 months at a time. Yeah, so I guess with Red Rock, you paid for the 3 months worth, but Red Rock only sent you 1 month's worth. So my question would be, hey, Red Rock, when can I expect vial number 2 and vial number 3 to come my way from you? And does Mochi have to prompt them? Or I definitely let Mochi know about that. They probably do know, but I just like to keep everybody well informed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Cecil, yes, Condi Cormac, and I met Condi. So Condi will be on, is who owns the Obesity and site. Let's see. Wisconsin.
I'm in Wisconsin where it's -2. Girl, no. I keep wondering if it's the cold making me itch, but I've lived here almost 40 years. Goodness. You know it's warmer in other parts of the country, right? Nothing like this. Someone on a group asked too, so it got me thinking. It makes us cold.
It makes me cold all the time.
He's constantly cold. Our gas bill like tripled this month from last month because we've got the heat cranked up. We're in the house all the time, so we've got the heat cranked up. Yeah, but Wisconsin, we lived in Omaha, Nebraska for 2 years, honestly, and that was quite enough.
The coldest and the hottest place I've ever lived.
Yeah, in the summertime it was blazing hot there.
Yeah. Nice town, though.
I was talking to a lady at the gym today, and we came out from our super hard workout this morning, and it was 27 degrees. And I was talking about it was cold and, the snow that we had or whatever. And she said, yeah, I'm from North Georgia. I can't handle this cold. And I said, do you know what a snowblower is? She goes, is that the things where they put at the ski slopes to make snow?
So she did not.
Because I didn't know what a snowblower was till we moved to Omaha.
My nightmare.
I know now.
Kathleen says if compounding consumers enter the company brands, shortages will increase. My Ozempic is $230 with insurance as a diabetic. So You're probably right, Kathleen. And I think that's what a lot of folks believe. I think the real challenge of the way the system is set up is that it's a self-reporting system. So the FDA does not have, a connection to their inventory systems, and that the bat phone goes off and says they're out of stock.
There's a shortage.
Right. There's no active connection there. So until a manufacturer says we're having a problem, or until there are so many reports on the FDA website of there being a shortage, the FDA doesn't know, and they're not actively going out on every drug looking at it, because remember, it's not really just about these drugs, although they're the ones we talk about. It's also insulin. It's also Alzheimer medication. It's all the other things as well. So it's a huge database of stuff, but there's no active monitoring, nothing whatsoever.
I'm enjoying feeling my clothes get bigger and bigger. Yep. I mean, I've got a couple bags that need to go to the Goodwill, and I need to make another pass through the closet. Some things I'm just holding on to. I'm not sure why, but they're definitely too big, and I don't know why some things I just like, and it's kind of sad, but I get new stuff sometimes, so that's good. Shelly S says, hi all, I went from a 2XL to a large also. It's wonderful. It's really nice to not have to shop in the plus size section. I was thinking about that. Yay, Shelly. I was thinking about that the other day in high school, somebody's talking about Gen Xers hanging out at the mall. I never wanted to hang out in the mall with my skinny friends because they all wanted to go clothes shopping, and I couldn't fit into any of those regular clothes sizes. So I was like, oh, yeah, no, I had never thought about that way. But yes, I'm very glad now to be in a smaller size. And good job, Shelly. Kessa S. Hello from Arkansas. Love your channel. I'm currently in week 10 on compounded Tirzepatide. Titrated up to 5 last week. Down a little over 16 pounds. Love both your stories.
Yeah, very good.
Yay! Arkansas. Almost moved to Arkansas once. Magician 2025. Can you mention loose skin and what details are good to know?
I think the challenge of the loose skin conversation, and you ask about percentages, that there's no research that I've seen anywhere, and maybe it exists. If it does, somebody please point it out, and we'll do a story about it that tells you what percentage of people have loose skin.
Depends on your age,
lifestyle. Age, how much did you have to lose, your genetics, how much sun you've had in there's so many things. So, I'm 56 and I've lost 94 pounds. I really don't have any more I don't have any loose skin that I would attribute to the weight loss. I'm 56, so there's wrinkles and things like that happening.
And
you've had, but was yours the weight or was it the pregnancies?
Oh, I was thinking of my arms.
Well, you get the arms, sure.
So yeah, I have some loose skin in my arms. I have some loose skin in my stomach. I have some loose skin in my inner thighs. And at age 56, that skin had been stretched out for my adult life. So it's probably not. It has come back a little bit. I'm a big fan of exfoliation, dry brushing. You really want to do everything you can to get the blood flowing to those areas, to get them exfoliated, to get them moisturized, maybe try a retinol stick, like really get a really good moisturizer that has good skin cell turnover. Now, that being said, does that really work? Probably not, but it makes it, at least it's not so crepey feeling. Because sometimes you just get that crepey kind of old looking skin, and you can manage that a little bit. But the skin that hangs really short of plastic surgery, and some people women have, if you have that skin apron that hangs down, if you've had a couple C-sections like I have, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you get rashes, go to your doctor, have it documented, try different things. Some people are able to get that surgery covered because of the pain and the discomfort and the, blah, blah, blah. So talk to your doctor, start documenting these things if you're interested in going the plastic surgery route.
But here's the thing, the loose skin, like every one of the side effects, is not an absolute. Not everybody gets it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. It's going to depend on you more than anything else.
I have it. Most people I know have, especially at our age. I think
age has a lot to do with it.
I think younger people are more likely to snap back.
I don't know how old Magician 2025 is.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
if you're 25, are you going to have it? Probably not. Your skin's really elastic and you're still made out of rubber. If you're 75, there's loose skin.
Our friend of the show, Barb, she's 60 and she's lost 240 pounds. She has a lot of loose skin under her arms, and I think she does some YouTube videos where she's showed it. And she said, you know what, it's my badge of honor. She said, I've lost this weight and I'm healthier and I'm doing great. And now I can walk to the gym and work out. And I couldn't do that before. I couldn't get out of bed.
She can play with the grandbabies.
And I'm going to be around for longer now. So, yeah, I guess it's, who cares? I mean, really, who cares?
Mark Clem answered your question.
I am down 159 pounds. Wow, Mark Clem. We'll be on in a year, February 19th. That's amazing. That is great. Congratulations, Mark. That is in a year. Wow, that's great progress. Awesome. Your results at home may vary. Naturalista 20. I was wondering if you saw Oprah's conversation with Dr. Regarding GLP-1s and our brains. It was really
I did actually watch it today.
Is that?
And honestly, I only half watched it.
Was that the pathways where one pathway goes this? Was that the one you sent me?
May have been. I don't know.
So, yes. Yes.
This is one of those things where part of the goal this year is to bring on, and you'll see, actually the first one's tomorrow. So we're interviewing Laraine is interviewing Dr. Alexandra Soa about her new book. So you'll see us start to bring on some folks like that who are just experts in the field and then can speak much more intelligently about that than we can.
You know, and it's so interesting, and I'm so glad that there has been so much research about obesity and that we're learning about it. Because who ever heard of any obesity research when in my life? Like never, like not really until now. It was always like, well, just quit eating and diet and exercise and what's wrong with you? And now we know that obesity is a disease. It's not our fault. You know, we see our skinny friends who can eat anything. That was part of this Oprah special that they were talking about. Your skinny friend who can eat anything and still be skinny. And here's me, I look at a donut and I gain 5 pounds. So what makes it different? Like, what are the pathways in the brain that make me react different? And why is my body reacting different to this same food? And it's really fascinating, some of the things they're learning. Just had an ad for weight loss surgery with the slogan, obesity medications aren't for everyone. Wow. Maybe not, but they're certainly for me. So I guess if you're a bariatric surgeon right now, you're maybe thinking, what do I do? But yeah, and I mean, wouldn't you rather just take some shots than have part of your stomach cut out?
I mean, I've watched a couple of the obesity doctors, and the biggest thing that they say is the more options, the better. Because
not every option is right for everybody.
Not every option's right for everybody. Not everyone reacts to the Semaglutide or the Tirzepatide. And until we have, newer solutions that everyone, more options. And some of these folks honestly, I mean, I was listening to one, she's talking about, she had a patient who needed to lose 350 pounds. They were not going to get there solely on any one thing. So it was, how do we use all the tools at our disposal to, properly take care of them? This is where we like to say we're not doctors.
I mean, it used to be, if I heard someone had lost 100 pounds, it was like so rare and so hard to do. And so like, I remember being in a Weight Watchers meeting and one guy finally got to the 100-pound mark, and he was like the only person, this was probably in the 90s, the only person I'd ever known that had lost 100 pounds. And now on these GLP-1 medications, it's becoming more common. Christopher's up here in the 90 plus pounds lost. So
I'll probably get to 100.
And honestly, like, he doesn't even work out.
I chased you around. It's a lot of work.
You know what I mean? Like,
you and JoJo.
And everybody's different. So, there you go. Pug Racer, 27, 6-foot male, went from 255 to 190, mainly on 2.5 milligram dose. Just started 5 milligram and hoping to get to 180 and start maintenance. Fantastic. I bet he doesn't have any loose skin.
Probably not. So the other doctor that I'm working on getting on, there's a YouTube doctor out of Canada named Dr. Dan, who actually just published a video in the last few weeks about cycling and maintenance, cycling on and off peptides and maintenance. And he refutes some of the claims with pretty interesting research. I can't go into the details on it, but basically he doesn't agree with quite a number of the things there. So we're going to have him on to have a conversation about it. And he pulls out the research numbers and says, this is what the research really says. So it's pretty interesting. Because we're all trying to figure out what does maintenance look like. How do we make this work long term?
Yeah. So, one of the interesting things I took away from my conversation with Dr. Soa, which we'll post tomorrow, is, because I have questions about maintenance, because I'm in maintenance. What dose should I be on for maintenance? And her response was, follow the scale. So if you're maintaining a certain weight and you see your weight going up and you're hearing food noise, increase your dose. If you're good where you are, stay on your dose. If you want to go a little bit lower and try that, go a little bit lower and try it. See if you can still maintain that weight. So, I think a lot of times I see people associating a lower dose with being better, and that's not necessarily the case. You have to find the dose that works best for your body and your situation. So it's food for thought there.
Food for thought. All right. We have 183 folks on. Hello, everybody.
Click like if you have a chat.
If you haven't joined us before, I'm Christopher. This is my wife.
I'm Laraine. And this is JoJo. Don't bite me, JoJo.
And this is the Downsized. Thank you for joining us. Mm-hmm. Please take a moment and like and subscribe. Actually, there's 190 on there right now. But yeah, this is the channel where if you've got questions about GLP-1s and weight loss, we're not doctors. We've been doing this for, 64, 65 weeks. We do weekly news. We do reports on research, and we talk to a lot of people. So if we can help you out, we'll be happy to. If not, there might be somebody in the chat, or we might say, go see your doctor. But,
you can also visit our website at thedownsized.org, and we've got an Amazon store linked there. We're Amazon affiliates. So we link a lot of products that I like, products that we've used, protein things, scale things. There's a lot of stuff on there.
A lot of fun stuff.
You can go check it out. Shelly, I had a win today. Did I say we could make a small commission on each purchase? I'm supposed to always say that. I had a win today. I went to my neurologist. I have an autoimmune disorder, but she noticed I had lost weight. Good feeling. All right, well, good. Sometimes, don't you hate it when you have lost a few pounds and you go to the doctor and they don't say anything, especially after when the last time you saw them, they were like, okay, looking at that weight, So, yeah, it's always nice. So that's very good. Good for you, Shelly. Good for you. Catherine, I'm 69. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome and have never been able to lose weight. Yeah, that's tough. I've lost 25 pounds since August. So happy. Knee pain almost gone. Started at 250 and now 224.5. Excellent, Catherine. Excellent. Yes, we've heard that people with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, have been helped by Tirzepatide, by Zepbound, Mounjaro, compounded Tirzepatide.
And we did there was good research on the knee pain, and I've personally experienced that as well. So.
Well, and a lot of times doctors don't know what to do for women with PCOS. They say, "Oh, here, take some metformin and see it in 6 months or whatever." And so now I think they're really using Tirzepatide maybe to help women a little bit more. That's great.
Shelly, yes. Cruz question: are there any regular balconies? There is every kind of room you want. So you just
they
call
can
them.
Make you any package you want.
If you call Kelly or Roberta, and tell them, hey, this is what I'm looking for. They're happy to help you out with any kind of room.
They were trying to make us like special value packages, and we were like,
just tell them what you want.
Just tell them what you want.
Yeah.
They're not like certain. They can do whatever for you. Yeah. So call. Michael Clanton says, do you think the Vial info was part of the FDA OFA confidential info redacted?
It's possible, certainly. I mean, my understanding of what the FDA was investigating was stock levels. So it's possible there's a whole lot of vials sitting somewhere. I think the reality of that is it wouldn't be a surprise to anybody. So is that really a confidential thing?
IDK.
The fact that you're going to make vials of your own medications, not exactly a secret. Sin says the steep markups charged by PBMs resulted in a significant share of their parent company's profits. From 2017 to 2022, PBMs received $8.7 billion in revenue from markups and spread pricing. Yep, that's correct. That's why there shouldn't be PBMs. So if you don't know, PBM is a pharmacy benefit manager. Pharmacy benefit managers are those folks that are kind of the in-between your doctor and the insurance agency that are supposed to be negotiating prices and getting better pricing. The reality of it is they have ended up increasing pricing because they make profit off of the price of a drug sold. And very often the PBMs are also owned by the insurance companies. And the biggest one, Caremark, is owned by CVS, which also owns the drugstore, which also owns Aetna. So, I mean, there's all kinds of challenges there, and they're being investigated. So, I mean, it's very possible that congressional action or even the FTC could fix part of that problem. If you believe what the CEO of Novo Nordisk said in his congressional hearing, he said 74 cents for every dollar was from a drug was. Kitty is not having a good night. What are you doing, Kitty? 74 cents from every dollar was
She's mad because I stopped scratching her
contributing to the price. So something we got to fix.
Let me see, Kitty. Hello, Val.
Julie says she gets itchy.
Gets itchy. Yeah. Okay.
Arms, shoulders, and back.
Huh. It's funny because it's just all varied all over the body. Is there a number to call for the downsized cruise? Is that what that means?
Maybe. I don't know. For the downsized cruise, if you go to the downsized.org, you can click on the cruise button and all the information's there.
Yeah.
I
use aloe vera for sunburn. It helps the itchy part. Yeah, I guess anything just to give relief to that area, to calm the skin down. Maybe the lidocaine and that kind of just calms it. Interesting. I would not buy something special for my injection site rash. Benadryl does the trick. All right. Well, that's good info, yep. Mindy. Marlene says, I've had skin sensitivity too. It goes away by itself. Yep, there you go.
Mindy says allodynia is a known side effect. Is
that itchiness?
No, I think that's what I was talking about. I told you somebody would know that word.
Doesn't our daughter say that, like, sometimes the bumps on her Crocs, she can't wear Crocs because the bumps bother her?
I think that's just her being weird. It's just.
I don't think we're supposed to say that's weird.
Okay.
I think we're supposed to say something else. Mel says, I believe the reaction is specific to branded. Maybe a preservative reaction.
Maybe. I mean, there's so many compounding pharmacies out there. I think there's a lot of different preservatives being used. So, it's all good.
It's Darium. Hello. I got itchy a few days after an injection a few months back. I thought I had an eczema breakout. Now I'm reconsidering what happened. Yeah, interesting. It could have been related to your injection. So, yeah. Difficult nerd. Christopher, read the shirt brushing thing. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes the texture of fabrics is super annoying. I've found natural fibers less annoying.
The cotton definitely is better. No question about it. Tirzepatide is very stable.
What does that mean?
It means it's probably not going to go bad very quickly.
Oh, okay. Oh, how long can it be out of the fridge conversation?
Mm-hmm.
I have been getting itchy a few days after, and it's been every injection. I've had 5 so far. Tomorrow's number 6. I itch on my arms and shoulders back. I injected my belly. I'm on 2.5 Mounjaro. You're probably exactly the person, Julie, that this researcher is trying to, talk
Julie,
to.
I would definitely mention that to your physician, though.
Yeah.
Because there may be something they can do to help you with that.
Yeah, maybe like an oral anti-itch medicine. It's Darium. I'm interested. Has anyone else periodically experienced Phantom smells like cigarette smoke, trash, etc. I haven't. I follow this lady on Instagram called Solar Glow Meditations.
And she follows all kinds of crazy people.
She says it's more of a ESP kind of related thing. Anyway, I've never experienced that. But maybe you're highly intuitive. You stunk it. I'll use Vial beyond bud date too, but I wipe alcohol before and after. That's good practice. Use really good. Too expensive to waste. Agreed, Eunice. Yeah. I don't know how to say that. I'm interested in how many weekly doses do you remember using from a barely over the bud date? I'm asking for a friend who may or may not be stockpiling. All right, so here's the story with that. When we first started in September of 2023.
We are not doctors or pharmacists.
This is just my personal experience, okay? We both signed up with a different online telehealth provider, and we both bought an initial 3-month supply. After a couple of weeks, Christopher said, you know what? I really want to go to my local doctor and tell him what I'm doing and like have him monitor me. And my
blood pressure was doing really weird things. And it was the anniversary of my mom's death. And
there was a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff
going on. So I said, all right, well, we'll just keep this in the fridge and I'll use my supply. And then when I get done, I'll use your supply. And then at that point, he started on Mounjaro. So that's why he has a prescription for both. So he did Mounjaro. And then that November, Zepbound came out. He moved to Zepbound. And then, so I started working through all these vials that we had in the fridge, right? So I did all my 3 months. So I think he had a half a vial left that then I took. So this was... it was beyond the 28 days. So you're supposed to use up a vial in 28 days, but the bud dates on these were 6 months out, or maybe they were even a year out.
It was Hallandale.
They were those good Hallandale vials.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them had definitely been punctured, and I took like 2 doses out of that, like 2 months after it had been punctured, and I still lost weight. And then I took his vials 2 and 3 within the window, so that wasn't really an issue. It was more the vial that had already been punctured. So they weren't past the bud dates, but one of them had been punctured and had been sitting in the fridge for 2 months, 3 months, and that's not really a best practice. You want to use them by the bud date. You want to, once you puncture them, you want to use up the medicine in them in a month or so. That's my story.
Let's see here. Val M has smells.
Yes, I've gotten phantom smells. Oh, wow. And very sensitive to different things smells. Phantom smells. I don't know if I've ever gotten phantom smells.
So Barb at Health and Any Call says allodynia, sensitivity that can move around, not specific to GLP-1s. I have it too. Maybe that's what it is. Really, most of the time, my entire torso is sensitive when it does that. And it happens every month or two, probably. And for a couple of days, my shirt will brush on it, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
Super sensitive.
Yeah.
The Magician says, I almost waited till the weekend to take injection number 1, so I wouldn't be here alone. Took the shot, and it wasn't bad. A prick and a punch and a click, and it was over. So, yeah, you've got the...
Yeah, these things are so easy.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just always remember to take that shot cover off before you put it against your skin. Yep. I clean the needle with alcohol. Why are you cleaning the needle with alcohol? I don't think you need to clean the needle with alcohol.
The needle should be sterile.
You should use a new needle for every shot. And when you've used the needle, you need to put the cap on it and put it in a sharps container. And the skin does not have a reaction anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to clean your injection site before with the alcohol wipe. You want to wipe off if you have a vial, wipe off the top of the vial before you get the medicine out. If you grow out the back when you're bald, it's called a skullet.
Gee, thanks.
That's funny. Oh, hey, Tammy Runyon. Hello, Downsized. It's been a minute. Hey, Tammy Runyon. Glad you could catch us live. Nice to see you. JoJo's licking my arm. Jennifer, Nebraska. There are 175 watching, but less than 100 likes.
There's 115 likes now, but please make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Please hit like button, and if you so choose, hit the subscribe button. We've got over 8,200 subscribers, so thank you to all of our...
JoJo, what are you doing, girl? JoJo wants attention.
JoJo says, I'm going to bite the lady unless you like and subscribe. Oh, Heather Pauline. Yay, finally caught alive. Oh, Heather, we haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Magician says, take a shower when you get cold. He's in the shower for an hour, though.
That's what I do.
Warm your body up. And
yeah, the problem is then I have to... my skin gets
dry.
My skin gets dry, so I'm like, coating. I've got an Aveeno body wash.
Oh, she's attacking. Kitty is attacking. Kitty attack. Yeah.
Girl. And she doesn't leave. It's like she just wants to sit here.
She's been like, Kitty had a visitor today. So there's another neighborhood kitty who came to our front door. We have a clear glass front door, and JoJo was sitting in the front hall looking out the door, and other kitty came up and just plopped down on our doormat and looked at JoJo and was like, hey girl, what's up? And JoJo was like, get out of here. I can't stand you. Quit coming over. I told you I don't want to be friends with you. And so Christopher had to run off the other kitty. Yep. And so JoJo's been like just around. She won't leave us alone today. I'm on Sema, but I've been thinking about switching to Tirzepatide because the weight loss has been slow. 194 to 189 in 5 months. But I've been worried about the legal issues. I do have mild sleep apnea.
Well, so what Medicare and Medicaid approved sleep apnea for was moderate to severe. So I don't know that, and I don't know that there's any insurance companies who have brought that forward yet. So it could take, a quarter, it could take a year before they bring it forward. That remains to be seen. Well, as far as the legal stuff goes, the unfortunate challenge of this is in all likelihood the Tirzepatide case will serve as precedent for the Semaglutide. So Semaglutide has been in shortage for a long time, almost 2 years, I think. And a month or two ago, Novo Nordisk told the FDA that it was out of shortage. The FDA said, okay, well, we'll check on it. And the FDA is currently still checking on it. Now, the prevailing wisdom of the internet gurus and analysts is that essentially the FDA is going to sit on that until some resolution happens with the Tirzepatide trial. And then whatever comes out of that, they'll use that as precedent. And Semaglutide will be impacted as well.
I have another thought. Go back to her comment, because this is something Dr. Soa said to me the other day. So your weight loss has been slow, 194 to 189 in 5 months. That's a pound a month, if I'm doing my math.
So that's
right?
The bottom end. So that's 0.5 a week.
So maybe you don't have the disease of obesity. And maybe that's why these medications are not working well for you. I would talk to your doctor. I would talk to your doctor about maybe are there other medicines that might work for you that are not GLP-1 related?
Or maybe she needs Tirzepatide and the GLP would help.
You can try Tirzepatide. The legal issues are going to continue. So you can either hop on it now and check it out and try it now, or wait and see. But if you want to try it, now's the time to switch. But if you are still struggling, I would really ask your doctor, maybe this isn't, maybe GLP-1s are not.
Well, I wouldn't say an entire category of drug. I would ask your doctor what's the best thing for you.
Yeah, there's other.
Not a doctor.
No, I'm not a doctor. Black Squirrel, I tried doing a compound shot in my arm this week. Worked great. Easy, no pain, and strong appetite suppression. I recommend it. Good for you, because I've always been afraid to do that.
I thought it hurt. I didn't like it.
CC, I've also had a very itchy back, primarily just straight down the center along my spine for the last month. Very bizarre. No rash, nothing, just itchy. That is weird. Yeah. I've never known so many people to be itchy. I'm ready for, until I asked. I'm ready for my number 6 injection tomorrow. I'm down 13 pounds. I'm still on 2.5 Mounjaro. Doctor will increase in March. I'm very sensitive. Yeah, I think Julie, you said you were itchy too, right? Yeah. Interesting. Video data. Hi, Linda Bookmiller. What state is Red Rock shipping them to you from Mochi? I'm about to order and concerned I won't get 3 months supply that I want. So the state in which you live determines which compounded pharmacy is licensed to send you medication. So we're in North Carolina. We have a Akeda pharmacy, and that's out of Washington. And I got the 3 vials at one time. So I don't know. Sometimes if you call Mochi and ask them, they will tell you. I've called Mochi and requested specific pharmacies, and they've told me we can't accommodate your request. So you could always try to call and ask, and they might know.
Right, but it's not dependent on where it's shipped from. It's dependent on where it's shipped
live.
to. So they have to be licensed to ship into your state.
And that's what he's asking, yeah. Linda. Where does Linda live? I don't know where Linda lives.
I do not know where Linda lives. Actually, Linda says she lives in South
Carolina.
I remember she's in like Rock Hill, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or TKK or somewhere down there. We've had this conversation.
I've talked with those who have lost a lot of weight, and what they mentioned is that their skin tightens up over time.
Right? Maybe so.
I think mine has a little bit, but at age 55 and after 3 kids, that skin is stretched out, and it's not going to go. I'm not going to look like I'm 25. And even when I was 25, I wasn't then. So it doesn't matter. Magician says, I hope lifting body weight or weights does a trick for loose skin, because I don't see myself getting surgery, and I hope I snap back. I'm 43. That it couldn't help. So I'd like to lose 135 pounds. Muscle building is great for overall health. It raises your metabolic rate. It does so many good things for you. And so it might, fill in some of that loose skin too.
Yeah, it's good for you.
They made you younger, Barb, but cheated you on the weight loss.
I think you never get her weight loss correct.
I said 240 pounds. Is it more than 240 pounds?
273.
Dang, Barb. I'm so sorry.
Barb, has she ever gotten your weight loss correct? I don't think so.
It's just, I'm sorry. 273 pounds. I'm sorry, Barb. I'll try to be better. In almost 3 years in April. Trulicity first, now Mounjaro times 18 months. I have a ton of sagging skin. Sagging skin is in. Yeah, did you hear me say? I told him that you say that. I'd rather be healthy and saggy than sick. So absolutely, absolutely, and great job on your weight loss, Barb.
Yeah. Deb Zimmerson says, great job, Mark. He had a good life. Cecil says the bariatric surgeons are feeling it. They certainly are.
Yeah. But I lost 60 pounds in my 30s and had no loose skin. Now in my 50s, I've lost over 60 pounds and have no loose skin. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. If I were a bariatric surgeon right now, I think I'd open a GLP-1 clinic.
Well, I think what you're seeing is quite a few of them are opening obesity clinics or expanding to be an obesity clinic,
right.
And not a bariatric specific
all
clinic,
things, not
so that
just,
they can,
so they can
provide the continuum of care.
Well, that's what they should do, like pivoting to what the current thing.
Well, no one solution is right for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Tanya Rock finally caught alive. Y'all, yay, go me. Hello from Michigan. Ooh, but it's cold up there. Deb Zimmerman, they sure are, but the plastic surgeons are singing all the way to the bank. I know, right?
Seems like everybody's making money off of us.
And I'm buying markdown makeup at Walgreens because I got no money. It's all going to my medicine. Tracy W says, hi from Oregon. I've been on a stall for a month. Going to go up tomorrow. Sounds like a plan, Tracy. Good luck. Lolly. Hello from northern Minnesota. Brr.
I think we had this conversation last week.
My doctor complimented me on my weight loss and said I look great. Oh, yay. Good for you, Lolly. It feels wonderful. Yeah, it's always nice. Sometimes you want people to notice, and then sometimes you don't want, like, why are they always telling me things? And then why are they not telling? But it's always nice, I think, when they notice. Crazy Cat Lady says, hey, Jojo. Jojo, have you just joined, Vanessa? Because Jojo's been attacking me. It's a great feeling to have a neighbor say, wow, you've lost weight. Yeah. So, there's whole different schools of thought on that. Christopher will never comment on someone's weight because
period. No, I don't.
He just doesn't. Me, girl, you look great. You've lost weight. What are you doing? What's happening? Tell me all about it. That's how I found out about Mounjaro. So you're welcome.
Well, I had been working with my doctor for like 2 years prior to that. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Biff Tosh.
Fancy Miss Pants.
Biff Tosh. Does Bio Boost help with weight loss? What is this Bio Boost you speak of? Do you know Bio Boost?
I do not know it.
I do not know Bio Boost.
To my knowledge, there are no supplements that are going to help these GLP-1s work. The GLP-1s were not tested with anything else.
I take a multivitamin.
They might help you lose money out of your wallet.
I take a calcium. I take a vitamin D. I take a fish oil. Sometimes I take a biotin. I'm not opposed to trying different vitamins. I'm glad someone gets those spells too. I thought I was being haunted. See, it is a haunting thing. You might be, Deb. Follow Solar Glow Meditations on Instagram. She holds he doesn't like me to talk. We'll move on.
Because you sound crazy.
I think it's fascinating. I just think it's fascinating.
Fight on.
Do you know how the coupon works from Lily Direct? Why, yes, I do. I have one. I use branded Zepbound from Roe. I don't think you can use it.
Yeah, you can.
Roe. You can?
Well, it's branded. So Roe is a telehealth clinic that can write a branded prescription as well.
Does the Zepbound come from Roe, or do you then take the prescription to CVS?
I don't know if they have their own pharmacy, but either way, it's filled the same way.
So you just go on the Lilly website, just Google Zepbound, and it'll take you to it, and it'll say savings card, and you give them your name, your date of birth, your email address, maybe your phone number if you want them to text you the savings card, and you can put it right on your phone. And there's
there's 3 different savings cards, but there's one for if you have insurance that covers it, and there's one for if you have insurance that does not cover it. If it does not
cover the same card.
It's 2 different pieces though.
But it's the one set of numbers that works the same way depending on your insurance.
Because if you have insurance,
done this many times.
Well, if you have insurance that covers it, it's a different number, and it ends up basically how much will your insurance cover, and then they'll decide some random number. So it could go as low as $25.
I mean, that's correct. If your insurance covers part of it, you could pay as low as $25. If your insurance does not cover it, then you pay $650 as of January the 1st. Yeah, it went up. Jazzy says, hello, everyone. Hey, Jazzy. Heather Pauline just hit 198 pounds this week. Started that down at 251.8. Good job, Heather Pauline. You're getting it, girl. I think Heather Pauline has a YouTube channel, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you around in a while, Heather Pauline. I'll have to go check out your YouTube channel. Andriana Old says, I'm not ashamed of my saggy skin anymore now that you can see a lot of it's from weight loss. Even over my C-section tummy, you can tell it's also weight loss. Yeah, I mean, clothes cover up a lot of things, so unless you're walking around naked, who's really going to see? And even like some swimsuits and stuff, you can strategically or not, and be like, who cares? This is what it is, and all that kind of thing. Andriana Barb always says she's skin knee. I know what you mean by smelling things. It can also be spirit guides. See, it's a thing, Christopher. Yes, it could be the spirit guides.
Okay.
You ever smell like a person's perfume that's maybe passed away, and you're like, oh, or my grandfather used to smoke all the time. You smell cigarette smoke. Nobody's smoking in your house. Mm. Woo. Could be.
All right, let's see. We have 178 viewers right now and
What time is
131 likes. It's currently 8:35 Eastern Standard Time. And the party keeps going.
Party don't
Have
stop,
you booked
y'all.
your cruise already? If not, go to the downsized.org and book your cruise. We'd love to have you join us. We're going to do all kinds of fun things.
Yep.
If you haven't signed up to do a downsized dish, Laraine can tell you all about that.
Send me an email, Laraine at thedownsized.org, and I'd love to talk to you about your weight loss journey. And there's somebody out there, first of the year, everybody's Googling and YouTubing and searching weight loss and GLP-1s and how does this stuff work? And they might really like to hear your story of how you got started and how you're doing on your GLP-1 weight loss journey. There's a lot of people searching for GLP-1s right now. And maybe you're just coming here for the first time and maybe you have questions. So even you could send me an email to Laraine at thedownsized.org if you want to just come online and ask me some questions. Because if you have the question, there's 100 people out there with the same question, at least.
And there's 188 people right now. And if you have a question, now is the time to ask it, because it's all good. We're happy to talk for as long as you want. It's all good.
Are we happy?
Well, I will. She'll fall asleep any second now.
I got to go to bed at 10 these days. Heather Pauline says, yes, I was gone for like 3 months. Yeah, had another autoimmune flare-up. Oh, just dropped an update video finally last week. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're better now, Heather Pauline. There's so many people with autoimmune things. I think we're hearing about that more and more. So I hope you're okay, Heather Pauline. Elizabeth, I have my first appointment with Mochi tomorrow. Use your code. Woo! Yay! Thank you. Now, once you get your code, you use the code you get to share with your friends. Don't use mine anymore because I got plenty. You get some discounts for yourself, but thank you for using my code. Mel Bethel LD, you mentioned yesterday that you had to download a new savings card. Yes. The old one is good through June, though. Why did you not? The ones that I had for my family members expired 12/31/2024. Just on the very front page, they expired 12/21 or 12/31/2024. And I had one of them, and I took it to the pharmacy the last week of December because I wanted to get that last fill in at the $550 price because I knew it was going up to $650 after the first of the year. And they said this coupon is no good. And I said, it says 12/31/2024. And they're like, you've exceeded your fills. So it depends on how many times you've used it, but all of those expired.
About every 6 months. I mean, I think it's 7 filled. That's what they're writing them right now.
The one that I got now, the one I signed up for January for Christopher, it says good through 12/31/2025, but it also says this
expires
is good for
7
fills or 6 fills or whatever.
Well, it actually says it expires on 6/30 or 31, whatever that is.
But you can go get another, you know what I mean? Like you can go get another one. It's not that big deal, but the price went up. So they were $550 and with the coupon, it was $550. Now it's $650. So that's why I'm buying markdown makeup at the Walgreens, because there you go. Yes, but they extended it. I told the pharmacist, I said, look, this day, he said, no, you cannot use this. And so then I came back the next day and I said, I have a coupon. He goes, when did you download that? I said, today. He goes, okay. That Walgreens pharmacist, man, they're I think CVS is almost a little bit easier to deal with.
They don't have it in stock as much. Seems like Walgreens is better.
Walgreens had it in stock, so I was going through this process. And those pharmacists would see me coming every 28 days, and I'd be like, "It's me with the coupon," and there'd be a new person at the desk, and I don't know how to do this. Let me get the pharmacist. The pharmacist says, "Oh, go sit down, and I'll get to it in a minute," or "Oh, come back later. I can't get to it right now." Thanks, Walgreens. Anyway, I've been traumatized by the pharmacists all over town. Saw my doctor yesterday, and I'm off all meds, but 1 blood pressure pill. I had 3 blood pressure meds. Wow, that's good.
So watch your blood pressure. Seriously, I mean, because so I was on blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine, and I got to a point in weight loss where my blood pressure, it was just dropping low, and I was getting dizzy, and I was moving my daughter into college, and I just about passed out. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I need to sit down." And now I'm off but I actually have a blood pressure cuff here an electronic one that's in the Amazon store. I don't know that's the most accurate thing in the world. There's lots of people that will debate that, but it's close enough, and it directionally, and I just monitor it and watch it, because I still have, it's the smallest dose of the blood pressure medicine, and I haven't had to take any, but I'm just I take it every day and just make sure, because I was on blood pressure medicine for 20 years. I don't know, a long time, since my mid 30s.
Yeah.
But watch it, because you can get dizzy, and you don't want to hurt yourself. She says the price online is still $5.50.
Well, they charged me $6.50, and they wouldn't let me use the $5.50 coupon. But your results may vary. Your pharmacists Walgreens and CVS don't know what they're talking about. At least at CVS, once they put the coupon into their system for the particular patient, it just comes back up every time. Like, I don't have to, they say, "Oh, do you have the coupon with you?" "Yes, here's the coupon. Let me try to figure it out again." No, CVS is like one and done. So I got Christopher's
Zepbound.
the last week of the year. I was able to get him a refill. And our girls are both on Zepbound, so it's crazy. Yeah, I've got a lot of experience with these pharmacies. Has anyone checked the Mounjaro semaglutide price from Amazon Pharmacy? I did at one point. I mean, you still have to have insurance to get the best price. I think without them,
I don't know that the pricing on the branded is varying that much pharmacy to pharmacy. I mean, it might be a little bit, but I don't think the actual pharmacist gets that much of a cut off these. I mean, I know the complaints from the small pharmacies is they're not even getting they're
not making any money on it.
They don't cost them money to even do it. So
yeah, when we first started, my daughter started on Wegovy. We were founded at a small local pharmacy, and they really didn't like selling it because they had to order it, and it just, I don't know, anyway. I heard Sam's Club is doing 3-month supply. I have not heard that.
A lot of people will try both Sam's Club and Walmart. I think those folks have deep pockets, and they can do what they want to do.
I also saw you don't have to be a member of Sam's Club to use their pharmacy. I also heard that about Costco.
Yeah, I think it's true at Costco as well.
Costco. We don't go to those big clubs, because then I come out with a cart full of things that no one ever uses. And then I thought, it was
especially
such a great deal.
Because we don't need all those big. I mean, we're empty nesters now, so it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could be like your parents who have enough toilet paper in their house,
paper towels for a nuclear winter.
Yeah. You go in there, you come into their garage, and it's like stacked.
We went to Sam's Club. Look, and I'm like, "It's great, Mom."
Like,
can I take some of this with me when I leave?
All right, there's 190 people out there. Who's not talking to me? Tell me who you are. Tell me where you are. Ask me a question. Ask Laraine a question. Ask the crowd a question. There's lots of smart people out there. Tell us how much weight you've lost. We'll give you some confetti. Anybody need confetti? It's always fun. I have lots of buttons to play with. Have you liked and subscribed yet? Please like and subscribe. We also have dancing girls. All kinds of fun stuff. And if you're really special, you can get the Carlton. And my favorite like and subscribe, which I always forget, is the astronaut guy.
Like the MTV guy.
Yep.
Do 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 do.
Maurice Moore says I get the phantom smells too, but they have gone away just like the initial neck discomfort. I never had the neck discomfort.
Yeah, I didn't realize so many people had phantom smells. Like, I'm digging this whole phantom smells thread here. I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to say you guys look great. Oh, thanks. And thank you for all the info. I liked and subscribed. Yay. Thank you, Julie Prince. Yay. Glad for you. Video data. I have lost 50 pounds so far since October. Go video data.
Let's see here. Give video data some confetti.
Yay.
Good job, video data. Yeah. Mindy M lost 86 if anybody cares.
Well, of course we care,
Mindy M.
Yay, Mindy. Mindy, you're looking so skinny in that picture. Face looks so skinny.
There's a question for you.
How much protein do you need each day? That's an excellent question, and I am not a doctor. And there are some online protein calculators that you can do. I have heard a doctor on a podcast say 1 gram for every 2.2 kilograms of body weight or something like that.
That's really complicated.
Mm-hmm. I weigh 143 pounds, and I try to get between 60 and 90 grams a day. So I think if you can shoot for 30 each meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, that's great. You can go on these online to a protein calculator and put in your age and your weight and your height and all that good stuff, and you can get a more specific estimate. But 25 to 30 grams at each meal, I think you're doing great.
Yep. And if you watch the interview that Laraine does with Dr. Alexandra Soa, that'll come out tomorrow. The doctor talks about it pretty extensively.
She said 30 grams a meal.
Yep, she says 30 grams a meal.
I was like, oh, I'm doing good. That's what I tell people all the time, and I'm not a doctor. Christina, hey, Christina. I'm on 12.5 Mounjaro, and it's like I'm taking water shots. I know. I have no appetite suppression or nothing. I never get full. I had to fight what I eat or what not to eat, when to stop. I don't know what to do. All right. Well, all right, Christina. So you're on 12.5. So you've been on these a while. And I'm wondering, how long have you been on 12.5? And how's your weight doing? Are you gaining weight? Are you able to maintain your weight? So these are all things you need to know. And I would ask your doctor. I would tell your doctor all of this. You're on a branded, the Mounjaro. So if you feel like it's not working, it may be time to move up in dose to the 15. Ask your doctor. That's the first thing I would say, is maybe it's time to move up.
Yep.
Heather Pauline, my 10 milligram Zepbound is $1,025. At my local private owned pharmacy, it was over $100 more when I checked at the bigger pharmacies like Walmart. Yeah, I mean, you can do that Good RX sometimes, and you can see all the pharmacies in your area, all the different charges. I always think that's interesting, because I don't really understand how different pharmacies price medication, even like blood pressure medicines, or like some medicines I'm on, vary month to month. Like, it's just like they charge whatever they want sometimes, and it's
Heather,
frustrating.
If you're eligible for it, you can go try there's a coupon for Zepbound and Mounjaro with the savings card. The back of my head, and it's been a while since you've been on, but I want to say maybe you're on Medicaid or you're on military insurance. There's something that doesn't let you use that. Mm-hmm. I might be wrong, so if I am, I'm sorry.
Cheryl Sloan, greetings from Houston. I just signed up for 3 months at Mochi. All right. I couldn't pass on the price savings, even with the monthly membership cost. I am down 54 pounds on compounded since May 2024. Great job, Cheryl. And yeah, so another person over at Mochi.
Get some some confetti for Cheryl.
Yeah, I really think Mochi's prices are pretty great. So, and I've used them since February of 2024, so I have good confidence in them. I have too high B12. Has anyone experienced the same? Too high? Your B12 is too high?
Well, so Pat, the first question I would ask is, how do you know you have too high B12? Have you had blood work done? And if so, what did your local doctor say about that?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not doctors, of course. Definitely talk to your Mochi prescriber. The other thing I would say is watch your supplements, because a lot of people I see pictures of, I take 17 supplements.
Maybe dosing.
And sometimes you're getting multiple doses, and it happens a lot with B vitamins. It happens a lot
protein
with
shakes.
magnesium with calcium. There's a bunch of them that occur a lot. So be careful, because if you're taking 3, 4, 5, you can add that up and all of a sudden have, 500% of your daily allowance.
But that's good that you have a call into your Mochi provider to ask about it. I mean, with your membership fee, you can schedule a Mochi doctor's appointment as often as you like. So a lot of times that's easier than getting to your local doctor. So, yeah. Mark Clem says, have you done a cruise video in the past? I would like some tips and tricks. Yes, we have, Mark Clem. I'm a little disappointed you haven't watched them already, because you've been watching us since, I think, almost the beginning. But we do have over 300 videos.
There is a tips and tricks ones out there too.
Yeah, I think when we came back from a cruise, we said we'll make a tips and tricks. So you can search. Can you search? You
can search.
Cruise.
If you search cruise, you're going to find a whole list of cruise videos.
Yeah.
And then honestly, we'll be on a cruise in 2 weeks. So maybe you'll see another cruise video.
It's quicker than that.
Less than 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I started on Ozempic August 25 or 0.25 milligrams and 0.5 until December. Now taking 5, starting weight 204, goal weight 160, current weight 164, goal weight 110. Awesome, Joni. Good job. So yes, I mean, that's really good progress. Good job. Mark Clem, I started making, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I had an idea to make a, is it
still going?
Still going. I had an idea to make an Amazon idea list about products you might want to take on the cruise. So things like, a travel shot pack like we have, a travel scale, like magnetic hooks for your door.
You don't actually have to bring any extra things.
Sunscreen, like kind of like an idea list to look at. So,
but if you want to travel cases.
Yeah.
You can use your Mochi one if you have a Mochi one.
You can go to thedownsized.org and click store and click through to my Amazon store. And I think you can probably click through to that cruise one. I'll make it more obvious on the website, but I'm still trying to figure out this whole Amazon affiliate thing. And we do make a small commission off of each purchase. So thank you very much. Tammy, I do 1 gram for every pound of ideal body weight. That's good point, Mindy. Ideal body weight. I get at least 140. That's really hard, Mindy. But good job. That's a lot. That's based on something Dr. Vickery, an obesity expert, said. I use amino acids to supplement to get to that level. Yeah, 140, that's super hard to get to without using some kind of supplements. So, Christopher says he likes to get all of his protein from whole foods, which is great, but that'd be really hard to do if your goal is 140
I'm not targeting
grams.
140 though.
Yeah, that's a lot. Elizabeth says, I find I'm like Christopher in terms of weight. I'm aiming for an overweight BMI because I have never been in the BMI my whole life.
Well, and so what's funny about BMI is, and nobody believes in it anymore, it was never meant to be a diagnostic tool, and it wasn't developed for women at all. It was all about old white dudes.
As is most medications
things, right?
And
it's all about
research.
Old white dudes. So I think next week we'll see the first pass from the Lancet on their which is a medical journal, on their proposed. They've worked with a whole bunch of obesity experts on the evolution of BMI. I looked at the initial kind of synopsis of it. We'll end up doing a video on it, I'm sure, and it's kind of dense, but it's very interesting. Yes, I am indeed with you. I will be at what my goal weight is and still be in that overweight category, just on the edge. But honestly, I don't care. It's not, other than it's a number on the scale that mildly annoys me. It doesn't annoy me as much as the that age. What's the age one that's on there?
Stupid age, your metabolic age.
Your metabolic age. I have no idea how that's
I'm in every single, I'm showing you my phone like I'm holding up the app. I'm in the green range in every single metric on the app except for my metabolic age. I'm a year older. I'm like, how do you figure that? App. And then again, I'm like, it's an app. Who cares?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, look at your body percentages in there. Talk to your doctor. See how you feel. See how your blood work looks. See how your knees are. That's one of my indicators. I've had a bad knee since first grade.
Knees.
So, how it feels to go up and down steps. I mean, there's just so many other things than some random thing some guy made up.
Me too. My doctor told me she didn't want me to get to the normal BMI. Interesting. Well, now Mindy's also type 2 diabetic. I wonder if that makes the difference, Mindy. Jamie Duncan, I'm Jamie from Virginia. Just switched to Mochi and used your coupon. All right, cool. Thanks. I've been on Tirzepatide for 18 months, lost 115 pounds. Awesome. I would like to lose another 15, but it is slowed down. That happens. 16.6 from Mochi has helped some. Yes. So this is where Michael Clanton will ask if Christopher has taken the 16.6 dose yet.
I have not.
So Mochi has slightly changed their dosing scale to be different than Mounjaro and Zepbound, and they added a top dose. So where Mounjaro and Zepbound go to 15 milligrams as their top dose, Mochi now offers a 16.6 dose to make it different, to make it more personalized. In case someone might send a cease and desist letter, they can say they're different, and they compound with niacinamide, which is a B vitamin, and they're different than Zepbound and Mounjaro. But yeah, so that's good. That little bit extra may, put you over the top a little bit. And Christopher's been known to take, if there's just a little bit left in the vial, he's been known to maybe take a little bit.
And I mean, if you go out and look, Zepbound's and Mounjaro are being tested for higher doses. There's another 2 or 3 higher doses. Not that I'm saying you should do that, but
do that.
I'm not saying that. But it is being tested out there for things. Magician says, put a 1 in the chat if you've lost 50 plus pounds on Wegovy without exercise and no loose skin. Well, I haven't taken Wegovy.
Not Wegovy, but
yeah, I don't.
Cheryl Sloan said, wow, I need to update the photo in my profile. I just saw how full my face is when you put it on screen. That pic is quite a few years old. Yep, time to update, Cheryl. There's nothing like a good side-by-side photo to really get the full effect of what you've lost. Pat says, yes, I had blood work and my primary doctor called to tell. Well, what did the primary doctor say?
Yeah, what did the primary doctor say?
Didn't they say maybe you should do this, or maybe you should stop this, or maybe you should eat that, or maybe?
Were they concerned about it, or was it just a higher number?
Yeah. I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know, Pat.
I mean, the challenge of supplements is, anybody can buy anything they want any day of the week and take as much as you want, and nobody stops you. And it's very easy to spend a lot of money to pump things into your body that may or may not be doing the right thing for you. Blood work's a good thing. Talk to your doctor.
Mm-hmm. Pat, my blood work showed highish B12. She told me to take my B12 only 5 days a week. Interesting. I also recently did a supplement audit to make sure I wasn't overlapping on anything. That's a good idea, Mindy. Only 5. Yeah, because I guess it doesn't stay. That's why you take them. The supplement doesn't stay in your body longer than probably a day. So I guess if you quit taking it as often, your level would drop.
Oh, so Heather, this is going to rock your world. She says, yes, as far as I know, I can't use the coupon because I'm totally self-pay. No insurance. We are totally self-pay as well.
But so we have insurance.
But it's denied. So yes, you can still use it. Go sign up for the coupon right now and get them to say no.
Well, so we are insured through the marketplace. Okay. So we have insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. We get signed up for it through the marketplace. Okay. So it does not cover any obesity medicine. And actually, if you have no insurance at all, look at those marketplace. It might be too late now to sign up for this year, but the prices have dramatically come down in the past couple of years. I'm not sure what happened with all the fighting over that insurance, the Obamacare and blah, blah, but it has come down dramatically. It doesn't cover a lot and the deductible is very high. But it does enable us to use the coupon, the Eli Lilly coupon.
But go try is the real answer. It doesn't cost you anything to try. So go try.
Wish I could go on the cruise, but I have nobody to watch my 6 horses, 7 dogs, and 3 cats. That's a lot of critters, Deb.
That is a lot of critters.
So, yes, I have to wait until I have a few.
How much does it cost to feed 6 horses?
Also, I want to thank you, Laraine, for the coupon code. You're welcome. Use my coupon code. It's QIYG, letter O, and 8, and it's in the description, joinmochi.com.
My brother has 2 horses and complains about what it costs to feed them right now. So
he does. They're expensive.
Yeah.
Tammy Parker, I started New Year's Day. Woo woo. 10 units for 2 weeks. Just up today to 20 units. Now, units and milligrams are different animals. So I've only lost 7 pounds so far. I need to work on water intake and maybe increase my protein intake. Probably. Probably.
Well, but so you're 4 weeks in, or not even that. You're 2 weeks in. And so you are actually passing the highest number, right? So if what Lily says is it's 0.5 to 2 pounds, then you are doing a great job, and you are going.
Oh yeah, only no, yeah. Oh, sorry, I glazed over the 7 pounds because that's, to me, that's great. I think the first 2 weeks
since 1-1.
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks. She's only been on 2 weeks. You're doing fine. Like you're doing great. Like this is amazing. Like yes. Drink water. I try to get up to 100 ounces of water. Get you a big fun cup. I've got my big fun cup, and I think this holds like 40. Mindy, is this 40 ounces? I think this is 40 ounces. I try to fill it up 2 or 3 times a day, and then I drink, other like a Diet Coke here and there, and whatever. So, increase your water, increase your protein. You're doing great. And what you should do right now, Tammy Parker, is take some before pictures. Well, not really before, but
2 weeks in, close enough.
And take your measurements. Like, right? We didn't take our measurements.
Because you will have weeks where you may not lose, or you could even gain a pound. But if you go, it happens.
Say less.
But if you go by measurements, your bodies are, even men's bodies are weird things, and things shift and they move. And as I walk in and I go, the pants that were too tight to even button and I hadn't lost any weight are now falling down. So something moved, something changed, right?
Something moved.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, no. So take your measurements. Clothing sizes, your clothes are a good also measure to see those non-scale victories. So you want to have other measures of progress besides the scale. So how your clothes fit. Can you cross your legs when you sit down? I used to not be able to do that. Now I'm like, whoop, whoop. Like, wow. Just the little things like that are fun to see. How often and how much Mago 7 is recommended for mild constipation? Well, the bottle says you can take 1 to 3 capsules. So you might want to start off on day, if you're constipated, start off taking 1, wait till the next day, see what happens. If that doesn't work, next night take 2. Nothing happens, the next night take 3. I've always gotten success with 3. And a full, like a big water, like maybe not this much water, but maybe a good 10, 12 ounce glass of water. And if you can take it on a full stomach at night, I think that's the best. Some people take Mago 7 like every day. I don't find that I need to do that. That's what I do. And I don't take it on any regular basis. I just take it when I need it, when I haven't gone in like 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, this needs to get moving again.
Yeah, I have never taken anything for constipation. I have very mild, and honestly, it just has really delayed. Like I used to every day. Now it's every 3rd or 4th day.
There are certain restaurants we could not visit because Christopher would eat there and have to immediately find.
I had usually the opposite problem than constipation.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way that could go through you that fast. But it did. And now he doesn't have that problem. It's kind of slow. It's kind of slowed him down to normal. Mm-hmm. But I have the opposite problem. 11 weeks on compounded Tirzepatide from Mochi and down 21 pounds. All right. Still on 2.5 because when I tried going up to the next dose up, I get nauseous. All right. Well, it sounds like you're losing 2 pounds a week. So you're good at 2.5. Awesome. Thanks for all you two do for this community. You're welcome, Iris. I'm glad it's working for you.
Absolutely.
Video data. How many cruises do you folks take each year? I really don't even want to say. Like,
what you'll find with this, because it's kind of a weird hobby, is we look at cruises a lot, so we're constantly looking for a deal, and we will book the cheapest room on the boat. I mean, we'll be on in interior cabins, and occasionally we'll get some upgrades. So like the one we're on coming up was super cheap, and then they gave us $500 on board credit, and there was, particularly in January and February, are their slowest months of the year, so you're getting a lot of stuff going on. Let's see here. We have super chat from Piggy Ass No More. Hello, Piggy.
Hey,
haven't seen
Piggy.
you today. He says, is anyone still on metformin and Mounjaro? My A1C has dropped to 4.4 from 13 when I started, and 923 glucose dropped to 62 from 296. Goodness. But doc still has me on both.
Wonder why.
Yeah, we have a couple of type 2. I know Mindy's a type 2 diabetic. There's a couple out there, so hopefully they can help you with that question. We're not diabetics. I don't know the answer to that, Piggy.
I don't know a lot about metformin. Our daughter took it at one time for PCOS.
It didn't really do much for her.
It never really seemed to do much. I guess it maybe helps type 2 diabetes in a different way, but I don't really understand that. So if that's you, metformin and Mounjaro, drop a comment and tell us about it. Thanks, Piggy, for your super chat. We appreciate you.
Actually, let me give Piggy super
duper.
Awesome, you're the man. Let's see here.
I think I'm fading, Chris.
Are you fading? You can't fade yet.
It's 9:06.
Maurice Moore.
You can get alcohol, glasses, contacts, and prescriptions at Sam's and Costco without membership. Alcohol.
Yeah, you can buy wine and all that stuff, fun stuff. I
didn't know that. You don't need the membership to go in and stock up on wine or anything like that.
Would like the Carlton, please.
You shall have it, Denise M. Dancing Carlton, yay! Down 38 pounds. Woo, 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 woo. Good job. ARC Services. What else ARC Services do? It must be something water related or flooding related. It's an ARC. It's an ARC.
Oh, it is an ARC.
Noah's Ark.
I was not getting.
Are they collecting two of everything? Like what's ARC Services?
Hard to say.
I need to know these things. Mel says there's actually a metabolic age calculator. It uses your BMR.
That must be what my skill app does.
My metabolic rate is good. Like mine's good, and it's still no matter. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Mel, let's compare notes. Okay. Got to get my glasses out. All right. So on my handy dandy app, I was 142.6 this morning. Okay. And my BMI is 24.6, which is the high end of normal. Okay. I'll take it. My body fat is 20.2%, which is in the athlete's level. Thank you very much. My fat-free body weight is 118 pounds. That's just green. I don't know what that means. Subcutaneous fat is low at 17.7%. My visceral fat is good at 6%. My body water is normal. My skeletal muscle is standard range. My muscle mass is on the high side, 107 pounds of muscle mass. That includes skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, and smooth muscle. My bone mass is 6.8, and it's above average. My protein is 19.3. It's in the adequate range. And my BMR is 1,484 calories. Ow. And that's above average. Okay. But my metabolic age has been stuck on 56 like for the whole time I've been doing this. And now I am creeping up on 56 in March. So maybe I'll finally
mine is at 58. So
Yeah, but my BMR is 14. So BMR is your basal metabolic rate, right? So if you're laying in a bed in a coma and you don't move, that's how many calories your body's burning a day. 1484. I think when I started, it was around maybe 1600. So the idea is, if you're a calorie counter, which I'm not, because you don't have to count. Anyway, I'm not a calorie counter. But if I were counting calories, I'd know that I'm automatically going to burn 1,484 calories in a day. So if I wanted to lose weight, I would need to eat less than that, if you're following the calories in, calories out model. So the higher your metabolic rate, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn when you're just sitting on the couch watching TV. And don't we all want to burn the maximum of calories when we're just sitting around doing nothing? I sure do. So I don't know why it says, I don't know why. Everything else in mine is good except that stupid metabolic age. Cynthia says 8 pounds to go. Woo, Cynthia! Yay! Awesome. How do you guys set your goal? Do you just pick a number? Do you pick a number that you liked, that maybe you weighed before? Did you pick a number off a chart? Did your doctor help you pick a number? How did you pick your goal weight? Ada says, I use collagen peptides to add protein because I just can't stomach the 80 grams I need every day. So there's something about, and probably Mindy knows the answer to this, there's something about collagen peptides that are not a complete protein. So it's good to add them because they do a lot of good stuff, but it's not the same as getting straight up protein from. Does this make sense? There's something about collagen peptides where you get some protein from, but it's not complete protein. I think that's what it is. It doesn't have the amino acid. Mindy, help me out. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. But you look into that, because I don't want you to think you're getting all the protein and really you're not. Joni says, still waiting for first Mochi delivery, shipped from Akita on January 11th. All right, it's been 4 days. You're fine. Or maybe it should be there soon. I called FedEx and delivery is for tomorrow. Okay.
You'll be good.
Mochi stated if meds have bubbles. This is new. I have not heard this. If they have bubbles, I am to take pictures and send it to them.
Okay, fair enough. Well, then you should do that.
Bubbles, you say. Mary Naomi says, thumbs up. Bubbles. Why would it have bubbles? If it got too warm, did it get bubbles?
There's no way it gets too warm in this.
I mean, when you inject air into your vial, you get bubbles into the medicine. Is that bad?
No, they go away. I don't know. I would follow with whatever their instructions were, though. Raquel Burston says, my question is, if someone is on compound, are they able to split the dose? Thank you for all that you do. So compounded medication, whether it be Tirzepatide or Semaglutide, comes in a vial. They vary in size a little bit, but it's a standard vial like so. Mm-hmm. Right. So Eli Lilly in the first 2 doses, if you order from Lilly Direct, comes in a similar vial. They're actually smaller single dose vials, and you get a syringe. So you can draw out whatever your appropriate dosage is that you work with your prescriber to do. So yeah, you could make whatever dose is appropriate.
And I think sometimes when you say split the dose, so some people take half their dose on Sunday and half their dose on Wednesday.
You just need more needles.
Yeah, make sure you have enough needles, and you can order them on Amazon if your provider doesn't give you enough. But the theory on that is the medicine has a half-life. Compounded Tirzepatide has a half-life in your body of 5 days. So when you get to that 5th day after your shot day, you might start feeling a little hungrier. You might start thinking about food, hearing food noise a little bit more. So some people find if they take half their shot one day and then half their shot 3 or 4 days later, it kind of just evens out the whole 7 days of the week. I've personally never done that because I don't want to take an extra shot because I really don't like them. But I have interviewed people on the Downsized.
There's plenty of people that do it. We've got the diabetics chiming in and talking to Piggy. I'm on metformin and semaglutide, but my sugar is normal. Okay. I was pre-diabetic and not anymore, and still on both. Pamela Ryan, who's a member. Thank you very much,
Jardiance.
Pamela. Jardiance, Mounjaro.
And Mounjaro. I have type 2 diabetes and I manage it well. Jardiance is the big pill, the little pill with the big story to tell.
And Piggy is a type 2 diabetic.
Type 2 diabetic.
Julie is type 2 diabetic, but not on metformin. Johnny says that's
be extra careful, document and speak to doctor.
Yeah, please. And honestly, type 2 diabetics are the biggest reason we say we are not doctors, because I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Do not listen to our
And from our understanding is type 2 diabetics lose slower on this medication than non-type 2 diabetics. So just, if you're looking at other people's weight loss, you can't compare it. Mindy says I was on insulin, once on Mounjaro, they had me stop. My BG, blood, what does that mean?
Blood glucose.
Oh, blood glucose was in the 200s and went down to 80. A1C 10.9 to 4.7. I think you need to talk to your doctor about coming off metformin. Good advice from Mindy, who has been there. So thanks, Mindy, for that. Piggy, I'm taking both, but don't have this results. You may want to talk to your doctor. Get an endocrinologist. Invest in a constant glucose monitor to monitor your glucose too. Good luck, Piggy. Yeah, we talk to a lot of people who do the CGM, some arm constant. Is that what it stands for? Constant glucose monitor?
Continuous.
Continuous. That's the word. So when you eat something, you can see the immediate effect that it has on your blood sugar, which is really interesting. But I don't know why you'd want to do that if you're not type 2 diabetic, but I've heard people do it. Eli Lilly raised the price on the coupon. Yeah, no.
I think there's actually 2 coupons out there. There's a $5.50 and a $6.50, depending on when what coupons. I think there still is, depending on when you had it.
Expired on December 31st.
I think Mel Bethel sent you a
Oh, all right. What do I know? I mean, I'm just, and believe me, if I could have paid $5.50 instead of $6.50 this month, you better know I would have done it. So somebody tell me how to do that. I did get the 5 milligram vial from Lilly Direct for only $5.49 for a while, and that was nice. But I had to get moved back up in dose. Can you go compounded, Heather Pauline? Why don't you try the compounded route? Be a lot cheaper for you. Video data. How often do you both weigh yourselves? Every day.
Every day.
I'm a daily weigher. I've always been, but only once a day. I'm not that crazy that I weigh myself all the time, but I do in the morning, get up, go to the bathroom, weigh myself, move on. Some plans say weigh yourself once a week. No, I got to see that number every day. So that's what I do.
That's what I do as well. I get up, go to the bathroom, weigh myself, brush my teeth, move on.
And you know what? It's so important to view the number as that's not you. That's just a measure of your weight loss, right? So it's really easy to get. In the past, it would be really easy for me to get upset by the number on the scale. If I was up, I'd have a terrible day, and even if I was down, I would think, oh, maybe I can eat a little more today because that number's down. And now I don't have those kind of thoughts at all. It's just like, do I need to adjust my medication? Am I eating too much? Am I doing okay? It's more of a daily check-in with my body to see kind of, maybe I didn't eat so much protein yesterday, or maybe I need to drink more water today. It's just kind of good to see. And I like to look at all the things on my app, like my body water percent and my muscle. Did I gain any muscle yesterday? I've been trying to do weights and gain some muscle now. Anyway, daily is the answer.
Daily is my answer as well. Mel says her metabolic age is good. It's 49 and she's not 49.
Girl. Mine is 1477 BMR and my metabolic age is 44 and I'm 46, but I have high blood pressure and cholesterol, so I doubt it's accurate. I mean,
Pamela Ryan, goal was set by doctor. She wants me at 130, but I'm stuck between 132 and 134. Boohoo.
So close.
So I was watching a doctor today who was talking about, and I won't get the math right, but basically, if you weigh 100 pounds and you need to lose 3 pounds, that's 3%
of your body weight.
If you weigh 300 pounds and you lose 3 pounds. That's a little tiny percent, right? Or 10%. So you're actually losing a higher percent of your body when the smaller you get, which makes it harder to lose weight. It's a math thing, right?
The math is
and I can tell you, I mean, that's been, so I'm 4 pounds away, 3 pounds away from what my initial goal weight was. And the last 20 pounds has been the slowest 20 pounds.
I mean, and I think that's pretty true for any diet that's anyone's ever been on ever. Like, the closer you get to the goal, the slower that it goes, because your body really does not want to starve to death, and it will keep you from starving. If it thinks you're not getting enough food, it'll hold on to those calories for dear life. You know what I mean? But eventually it'll give it up. So you just, especially with this medication, so you just have to keep going.
And I mean, and I've said this many times, but I found myself waking up and every day that I was maintaining a weight where I felt good and where I was okay. It's a good day. It is a good day. Would I like to get to 190? Or honestly, I want to be at 186 at this point. But it's a good day.
I don't think you need to do that.
It's 4 more pounds. 4 more pounds. That'd be the way to graduate from high school. 100 pounds.
Is there a name for people who are addicted to weight loss?
That's not addicted to weight loss. Let's not do that. You don't need to shame me like that, girl.
I don't know. Oh yes, if it doesn't state the percent daily value, then it's not true protein. Does not count toward. That's talking about the collagen protein. Yeah. So look at your label. If it doesn't state the percent daily value, it's not true protein. Good to know. Oh, I didn't know that.
And collagen does not have all 9 essential amino acids, so collagen is not a complete protein.
Thank you, Mindy. I knew you would have that. Collagen does not have all 9 essential amino acids, so collagen is not a complete protein. There you go.
It's Darium. I've heard of maintenance folks choosing a weight range, maybe 10 pounds they want to stay within versus an exact percentage on the number on the scale, but I don't know. I'm nowhere near maintenance. I mean, we don't know either is the answer to that. Now, if you listen, she'll get mad at me because I ask her but our bodies are not constant things, right? So we're not going to hit a number and it just stay there ever in our whole life. Stay
the same number forever.
You eat, you put stuff in your body, stuff comes out of your body. It's a constantly moving thing. So what's the variation? 5 pounds, 10 pounds? I don't know.
Well, I've been on Weight Watchers a long time. So what Weight Watchers says is once you pick your goal weight, you can go up 2 pounds from your goal weight or down 2 pounds from your goal weight and still be in your goal range, right? So, a 5 pound range is kind of, I don't know that that's what I'm doing. I've been 143, 142 for a while. My Mochi doctor says maybe I should be in the 130s. So I've got a colonoscopy coming up on Wednesday, y'all. So be thinking about me on Wednesday. Andriana Old says, I'm 5'5" at 154, thanks to Tirzepatide. My doctor doesn't recommend any more weight loss. I'm not high risk for anything anymore, but I want to be at 130. I hear you. Where if I gain some weight, I'm still safe. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I'm not your doctor, so what your doctor says should matter. And I think sometimes we get these numbers in our head, right? Like 186, because that's what he weighed in high school, or
Well, plus, I could say I was down 100 pounds. That sounds like a really good. It's like
sounds really good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but is that really good for your body? Is that really good for your health? And it's interesting because I never thought I would weigh in the 140s, what? Because I've never weighed that in my adult life. So to actually be at a place where I could go even lower than what I had ever thought, it's kind of like empowering in a way. Like, I know I have this tool that if I want to, I can, but what's really the healthiest point for me, and where do I feel the best, and where can I eat
Well, it's
to me, like
it's
a normal
what we talked
person.
about on New Year's, right? It's the goal is no longer weight loss.
Right. No, it's you know, and if I want to eat a piece of toast for breakfast, I'm going to eat a piece of like I don't want to restrict myself to the point of I never get to eat the things I like. Like I want to eat the things I like. You know what I mean? I want to eat them in a proper portion. I want to make sure I eat protein first, but I like carbs. I like all food. So I don't want to eliminate anything or make anything good or bad. I don't want to be at a weight that is hard to maintain and for long term, you know what I mean? Like I think everybody's dieted down to a point maybe in their life where it was really hard to maintain, like you had to run 3 times a day or to stay at that weight. I don't want to have to work too hard. Yeah, but that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. I finally hit 50-pound weight loss. Woohoo, Tammy Runyon. Yes, girl. Good job. Excellent job.
Oh,
All right.
let's see. We're just about done here. There's a couple more questions, and then we're going to get out of here. Magician says, I picked my goal weight using the BMI chart based on my height and weight. Yep. Laura, titrated up to 5 milligrams Zepbound in December and haven't lost anything in 3 weeks. Actually gained 0.2 pounds. That's not really a gain.
Well,
we'll call that even.
I mean, that's been over Christmas, so maybe give yourself a little bit of a grace period.
Yeah, and so
to
she
get back
says
into it.
You've got 2 boxes of 5 milligram, hoping it kicks back in. Well, here's the thing about the boxes of 5 milligram. If you and your doctor decide you need to move up to the next dose, which is 7.5, you could do the 7.5 and then come back to the 5 milligram and take 2 as 10s, because those have a long, but I don't know what it is, but it's probably through the end of next year. So there's options. You don't have to be stuck with 3 months of 5 if you and your doctor.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And really, I'd go back and look at what you ate over the last 3 weeks, because the last 3 weeks included New Year's and Christmas and, other maybe fun activities. So I'd give yourself another couple 5 milligram shots and see if things don't get going again. Focus on your protein, drink your water, exercise if you can, get those steps in. Like you just have to, get going again. And not that you were, I don't want to say that maybe you were doing anything wrong before, but, I gained 4 pounds over Christmas. So, and I've, and it came right back off these past 2 weeks. So it's just something that I've focused on.
Yep. All right. We are just about done here. Magician says, what's the name of the app you use to measure metabolic age? So we use our Renfo scale, and the scale comes with the app, and it uploads all the data. Basically, it sends a little electrical charge through your heels and your feet, and it calculates everything. Now, everyone here will immediately say it's not the most accurate thing in the world.
Right.
It's probably not. Directionally, it's interesting, and it gives you 10, 12 data points.
Yeah. Not
to
just
see progress on versus just that weight number staring you.
Yeah. So if you get a scale, it'll say scan here.
If you want to buy the one we have, it's on our Amazon store. If you go to the downsized.org, we make a small commission, but we would appreciate the support. So thank you very much. Mel Bethel says good night. She's going to book a cabin for the cruise tomorrow. All right.
Maybe I'm letting the meds get to my head a little too much.
Christina says good night. Yeah, it's been a long one tonight. This is Olivia. That's our daughter. And Jojo, Kitty.
Olivia says we're yappers. Olivia, you're honored live.
Yeah.
That's our daughter, Olivia.
So Janine says retired, and we know that, and we've talked about that pretty extensively. And part of the advocating we like to do around both Medicaid and Medicare and federal employees and all of that is opening up access, because a lot of people can't use these discount cards. A lot of people can't get it cheaper, and it's not fair.
I'm glad your local pharmacy found your discount, though. That's great.
Let's
good night, Gracie. Say good night, Gracie.
Yeah, hi.
Thanks, Piggy. Good night. Thank you, Piggy. Thank you guys for your support out there. It really means
great conversation.
Please like and subscribe to our channel. Congratulations. Thank you for your service to the public servant, Janine. That's nice. It's Darren.
Yep.
Thank you.
So make sure you go to the downsized.org. Check out the cruise. We'd love to have you join us. Come hang out with us, meet and greets, panels, go to the buffet, the pool, the whole 9 yards.
Or just click like.
If 30 people come, I'll line dance. So
and Mindy, I think he said it was less than 30.
No, it was 30. It was 30. It's always been 30.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching,
hold on.
guys.
Magician says, how much did you weigh? So I started at 286. I'm at 100 and I'm at 193 right now. You started at?
I started at 193 and today I'm 142. So a little bit over 50.
Yep. Yep. All right. So that's us for this evening. I'm Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And we are the Downsized.
Bye, guys.
Make sure to catch the rest of our videos.
Hit like before you leave. Hit like.
Like.
Bye.
All right. Thank you very much. Good night.